Our care clinics are your hometown source for primary medical care. Our doctors, nurses, and counselors can help patients of all ages with anything from common colds and immunizations to depression, anxiety, and chronic diseases. Our network includes both home delivery and local pharmacies to fulfill your prescriptions. If you don't have insurance, it's okay. We can help with that too. And no one is turned away. With more than 90 locations in Arkansas, there's a good chance we're in your hometown. Look us up at ourcare.net.
Welcome back to the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Time now to head inside the Hogs dugout and hear from head coach Dave Van Horn. Here's the voice of the Razorbacks, Phil Elson.
Dave, that was a lot of fun last night watching your team get out there, especially the way they finished against Oklahoma State, just flashing a lot of power.
Yeah, we did a great job of getting some big hits, big two-out hit by Aloy. It, built that lead back up a little bit, and then obviously Micah finishing it off late. But Ryder's swing in the first was electric. First pitch after a tough at-bat by Souza that flipped one down the left field line for a double, and then first pitch changeup. He went down and got it, and he hit it hard, obviously, and this place went a little bit crazy. It was awfully loud, and just a great night for us.
That's what I remember about how Ryder finished last season. It's like almost every base hit he had went for a home run, and that was the same last night.
Yeah, he hit the ball extremely well at the end of last season. A fall ball for him with us against our pitching, which we feel like is pretty good. He tore it up, and just a mature hitter now. And then obviously he continued it on. And, his third and fourth at bat after hitting 2 homers, he got a little jumpy at the plate. I'm sure he was wanting to get that third one. And, it kind of came out of his approach. I know that looking back, he probably is thinking I should have been 2 for 2 with a couple walks. But it was great to see it. Really good learning experience from him as well.
And I know some of it depends upon the pitcher and his move and how he's holding runners, but your guys were putting pressure on them, hitting runs, stealing base. Cahillo got his first career stolen base yesterday, too. Yeah,
we've been working on it. We've been working on it with everybody. I mean, we got a couple guys that really are not in the lineup all the time that might not run, but really everybody that we have in the lineup yesterday and again tonight, if they're not going to do a good job holding us, the times are slow to the plate, and the time's right, we're going to go. And people don't realize Aloy is really pretty fast. I mean, if you just ran him in a straight line, a 60-yard dash, he would be under 7 flat, which is really good. And, he got a pretty good jump and stole it. We were 3 out of 4 last night, really 4 for 4. We felt like that we had a stolen base, and Pompey beat it. And maybe his hand came off, but we don't feel like his leg did.
His foot was on.
And we felt like that they just didn't change it. It took them a long time in there, and they finally just said, yeah, we're not sure. We got to leave it the same.
Just back on Cahillo for a moment. His defense in right field has been such a main offseason topic. But how about that ball that he played on the warning track last night?
Yeah, that was a great play. And I was just gotten on TV on the headset right when they hit it to him. And so I had to stop and watch it. I thought he did a good job, got back and made the catch. He'd been playing well, but this past weekend in our last scrimmages, he had a couple of balls that, one ground ball got by him and a fly ball he should have caught. And he went out and worked really hard the next couple of days on the way, before we got here, and I think it's paying off.
More with Coach Van Horn in just a moment.
At Sonic, the All-American Smasher is at the top of the burger food chain. Get it hand-smashed and made to order with a side and medium drink for just $6. That's not just a big deal. That's a giant, massive, gargantuan, humongosaurus rex of a honkin' big deal for just $6. A deal this big shouldn't cost this little. Get the Sonic $6 All-American Smasher meal today.
Tax not included. Exclusions apply. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
If you want to live free, yeah.
My name is Billy Richmond, and I'm a guard for the Arkansas Razorbacks. But what's it like being a Razorback? Someone who's strong-minded, mentally tough. We got the best fans here. You always got to be 100% if you want to go 100%. So I feel like if you're healthy, then you can just always give it your all. My relationship with my trainers and UAMS physicians are everything.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics.
When it comes to keeping your family safe, Summit Utilities is here to help keep your senses sharp both inside and outside your home. If you smell a bad odor like rotten eggs, leave on foot immediately. It might be a gas leak. Then call both 911 and Summit Utilities from a safe location. Outside your home, it's important to know what's below before you dig. Always call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free and can save you a lot more than money. Your safety is our priority. For more on gas safety, visit summitutilities.com/safety.
Stay tuned. We'll have more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 coming up. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Now over to Christine, reporting live with the weather.
Well, Ted, yesterday's sunshine is now a torrential downpour. And with so many farmers harvesting, this really is a disaster. Except for Bob here.
Hello.
Bob, you use Sharpen herbicide from BASF as a harvest aid.
Yep.
With premium desiccation, suppressed regrowth, and control over late-season weeds, it's harvest time when you say it is.
Sharpen herbicide works. Always read and follow label directions.
Our pregame visit with head coach Dave Van Horn continues on the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Now, once again, with Coach Van Horn, here's Phil Elson.
Dave, early in the season, the first weekend against a good team like TCU, how much do scouting reports come into a game like this? Do they matter very much?
They do if the players on their team have played a lot at this level. We've got info on them. We played them last year. There's a lot of information out there. As you know, you can get it. And, the more you know, the better chance you're going to give yourself to win. So we've jumped into it as much as we can. I'm sure they have as well. But, we know a lot about them. There are some guys we don't know as much, and you just kind of see what you see. So, but it's definitely out there.
I guess sometimes I wonder about, how a player can improve through summer ball and in the fall too. And do you get that same information from that time of the year as you might from last spring? Yeah. You can. A guy might jump up a couple miles an hour. Mm-hmm. Usually where you see the jump is, the freshman, and now he's a sophomore, played in the Cape Cod League or whatever, then they have all fall. The kid's going to be a lot better. Should be. And if he's not, there's something going on there, whether it's injury, lack of dedication, whatever it is. If they want to get better, they're going to get better because they get more physical and just the mental experience. So, sometimes you're kind of wowed by it, going, ooh, what a jump he's made. Mm-hmm. Think of the word dedication you just used and how dedicated Hunter Dietz has had to be to even get to this moment where he's going to be making his first career start for you in his third season.
Yeah, he's been frustrated. And he lives in Florida, long way from Arkansas. And a lot of times they get hurt like that. They might just say, I'm just going to go closer to home and figure this out, work there. But he stayed the course, stayed with us. We stayed with him. And, thank goodness we did. And thank goodness he stayed because he's a really good talent. I don't know how to go tonight, but he's going to help us a lot this year.
What makes it? What's in his repertoire that makes him a starting pitcher rather than working him in relief right now?
Well, he's got a carry fastball that's in the mid to upper 90s. He's quick to the plate. He's got good off-speed pitches. He's got a changeup. He's got a cutter, a slider, and he can throw you kind of a regular curveball when he wants as well. He's full arsenal there, so it makes him definitely a starting pitcher. And we built him up where, if it went well, he could throw 80 pitches tonight.
All right, just last thing here. They call that your fan base calls this place Baum Walker South. I mean, there's a different feel when you're playing here and the fans just show up.
Yeah, it's really loud in here. It echoes, when they have that roof closed. And it's such a great venue, and it's just cool. The players love it. And just the atmosphere around the ballpark, the hotels are amazing. And the buzz after the game, after you win, most of the fans are staying in the area, and they're all around them. It's just a different feel than going to other tournaments. And so I told them, I don't know, after I think it was 21, I said, we'll come anytime you want us, and they want us.
Dave, good luck today.
All right, thank you.
Stay with us. We'll have a look at the starting lineups in a moment. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
Hey Razorback fans, Phil Elson here with some fantastic news. Harps Food Stores has a game-changing mobile app called My Hometown Rewards. With this app, you can unlock incredible savings, get exclusive deals, personalized coupons, and even a digital shopping list, all at your fingertips. And as a new feature, coupon savings are now offered instantly at checkout. Whether you're stocking up for the big game or just grabbing some snacks, the My Hometown Rewards app from Harps makes it easy. It's a win-win for Razorback fans like you. Harps, hometown fresh.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
What does it feel like to know it matters to others how you're doing? What's weighing on your mind? That you're happy right now, that your body's healthy, and that those around you are taken care of too. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind. So you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
We'll be back with more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers in the Ford F-150 after this short break. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Experience luxury at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the excitement never stops. Elevate your gaming experience at our world-class smoke-free casino and unwind in style at our Forbes recommended hotel. Find bliss at Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa, the Astral Spa, and savor exceptional dining at the Oak Room and Bar and the Bugler, both Forbes recommended. Feel the rush of live thoroughbred racing from December 12th through May 2nd. Book your Oaklawn experience today at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Quit tobacco today with Be Well Arkansas. Be Well Arkansas can help you be healthier, happier, and more active by quitting tobacco. And you can do it all with local resources at no cost to you. Call 833-283-WELL or visit BeWellArkansas.org today for free help, because it's never too late to be well. Brought to you by the Arkansas Department of Health, your tobacco settlement dollars at work, and Be Well Arkansas.
Welcome back inside Globe Life Field, which is filling up at the moment. Many more red-clad Razorback fans than purple-clad Longhorn fans, Horned Frog fans. Sorry about the little mix-up with the other team that's located down the highway at Austin. Hogs have played here against TCU in Arlington 3 previous games. Beat them last year 2-1. Got a pinch hit 2-run double from Kuhio Aloy in the 7th inning to win that ball game. Before that, the Razorbacks were defeated 18-6 in 2023 by TCU. The first time they matched up against the Horned Frogs here at the home of the Rangers was 2021, opening up the season, and beat them by a 4-1 final score. Hogs have dominated the all-time series against TCU going back to 1947. They've won 49 games, losing just 22 times, and are 3-1 in neutral sites. Dave Van Horn is the head coach. The Hogs are 5-3 against TCU. The Horned Frogs are coached by Kirk Sarloos, of course. He is his 5th year heading up the program. Sarloos, former major leaguer, a pitcher, also went to Stanford, decided to stay at TCU. I think Stanford would have gone after him pretty hard after 8 retired. And it's got himself a good program. Again, TCU picked to win the Big 12. And they come in ranked 9th. That's their highest ranking. The Hogs coming in ranked 5th. We'll have the starting lineups in a moment. Let's take a look around the SEC. Again, this game's going to start a little bit late, 7:15 first pitch. So that's 10 minutes after when they would have started. And they probably could have started at 7:05 if they wanted to, but I don't think they wanted to. So today's a doubleheader day across the SEC. 4 doubleheaders got scheduled because of torrential rains. Florida and UAB played a doubleheader, and Florida bounces back after suffering an opening day 10-inning loss and wins the series with a 6-1 victory and then an 11-0 shutout of UAB in the second game. Also, Georgia and Wright State had a doubleheader scheduled today. It looks like the second game is still in action. It's the bottom of the 9th inning. Wright State leading number 13 Georgia 6-3. The Bulldogs won the earlier game 9-0 and win the first 2 games of the series. Kentucky on the road to open up the season. They've got a doubleheader at Greensboro today. Kentucky picked up an 11-3 win in the first game. Wildcats currently take a 9-3 lead in the top of the 9th inning. In the second game, also Mississippi State and Hofstra scheduled for a doubleheader in Stark Vegas. The Bulldogs picked up, well, let's see here, scrolling through, a 6-1 win over Hofstra in Game 1. Game 2's on the top of the 9th inning. Hofstra's got the tying runs on base with 1 out, and Mississippi State leading 7-5. Here are the other final scores across the SEC. The game that was just in front of Arkansas and TCU was Bedlam, and it went to Oklahoma and easy. Oklahoma win by a 10-1 final score. OU has scored 20 runs in the first 2 games here in the Shriners Children's College Showdown. Also, Ole Miss beats Nevada 5-1. Northern Kentucky edged South Carolina 3-2 to salvage 1 game in the series. Carolina swept a doubleheader from them yesterday. Alabama, that was defeated yesterday by Washington State, swings it back, and the Crimson Tide pick up an 8-1 victory in Game 2 of that series. Elsewhere, LSU 5-3 over Milwaukee to take the first 2. How about Texas A&M? 5 home runs and a 23-7 run roll win at Bluebell Park over Tennessee Tech. Those are all the final scores in action right now. Auburn 5-0 leading Youngstown State in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mizzou suffered a loss playing a road, well, it's a neutral site series in Fort Myers. They were defeated by Mount St. Mary's yesterday. Mizzou leading the second game of that series 4-0 in the 6th inning. Tennessee 5-1 leading Nichols in the top of the 9th. And those are all the games in action. One other game hasn't started yet. It's over in Austin at Dish Falk Field with UC Davis and Texas. That'll start. Looks like it should have started a few minutes ago, but doesn't look like it has. You never know about this time of the year if the games will get started on time. So that's what's going on across the SEC for the time being. We're a little bit of a rise in the crowd. I might have seen Hunter Dietz starting to warm up in the bullpen in left field. Never quite know why Razorback fans just all of a sudden start to cheer at a moment, because even during the game in front of the Razorbacks last night, Razorback fans were calling the Hogs. And that was about the moment that they had entered into the holding pen on the first base side. So the Hogs are the rock stars when they come into this tournament. There are no two ways about that. There may be other schools from Texas that are here. There may be TCU. I mean, their home stadium is, maybe about 25 minutes away from this ballpark. But even though the Razorbacks will be the road team today, they'll be the visitors. They definitely have the edge in terms of support in the stadium. Dave Van Horn told me he thought there's a chance he could end up with a record crowd here at this ballpark. I've never seen a crowd that was bigger, at least announced any bigger than what we saw yesterday. It was 18,387 that were packed into the ballpark and it looked like a legitimate number. Of course, it's a general admission seating. It's basically all the same prices, and first come, first serve. And, hey, there were some Razorback fans that were here in the morning just trying to make sure that they had tickets for the whole session so that they could sit in their seats the entire day and make sure they never gave them up once the Hogs got going here against TCU. Let's have a look at the starting lineups for this ball game. Our lineups being presented by Daspit Law Firm, proud to be the official injury lawyers of the Arkansas Razorbacks. We'll start with the Hogs first. Here's Dave Van Horn's lineup card. It's the same as yesterday, 1 through 9. Batting leadoff is Nolan Souza. He'll be designated hitting. Batting second, Ryder Helfrich. 2 home runs yesterday. Helfrich, if you go back to last year, 7 of his last 9 hits have hit over the fence. Second baseman Cam Kojal also homered yesterday. He'll bat third once again. Micah New ended the game with a home run. His career's 26th. He'll be back in center field batting cleanup. In right field is Kuhia Waloy batting 5th. Reese Robinette at first base hitting 6th. Batting 7th is third baseman TJ Pompey. Couple of base hits, a sac fly, and a run batted in yesterday for Pompey in his Razorback debut. Freshman shortstop Carson Brumbaugh back in the 8th spot. And in left field is Damian Ruiz in left field. Again, for the Razorbacks, 1 through 9. Souza, DH, Helfrich catching, Kojal second base, New in center, Aloy in right, Robinette at first, Pompey at third, Brumbaugh at short, and Ruiz in left field. Now for TCU, the number 9 team in the nation, coached by Kirk Sarloos with a 1-0 record. Batting leadoff is second baseman Cole Kramer. Sawyer Stroh-Snyder, one of the top Major League draft prospects, expected to be a first-round pick, will bat second, play right field. Center fielder Chase Brunson returning to the TCU lineup, batting third. He led them with 13 home runs last year. The TCU designated hitter batting cleanup, Noah Franco. Rob Liddington was Incarnate Word's top hitter last year with a .359 average and 15 home runs. He transfers over to TCU now, and Liddington playing first base, batting 5th. TCU left fielder Jack Arthur bats 6th. Freshman catcher Brady Dallimore batting 7th. He DH'd yesterday, so this will be the first game Dallimore catches in college. The shortstop's also a freshman, Lucas Franco. He bats 8th. And former Kentucky Wildcat Caius Gargett bats 9th and plays third base for TCU. Again, the Horned Frogs top to bottom. It's Kramer at second, Stroh-Snyder in right, Branson center field, Franco DH, Liddington first base, Arthur left field, Dallimore catching, Franco at shortstop, and Gargett at third base. You'll notice there's 2 Francos in there. There is no relation. Lucas is from Katy, Texas. Noah is from Downey, California. The starting pitching matchup for the Razorbacks, they're going to be going with left-hander Hunter Dietz. He's from Trinity, Florida. And Dietz is a junior, but he's only appeared in 4 games as an Arkansas pitcher during the 2024 season. 2 games, 1 inning. 2025, 2 games, just 2/3 of an inning. He'd had Tommy John surgery and has basically just been recovering from that from each of the last 2 years. But when Dietz is on, there may not be a pitcher with better stuff on this entire staff. So I wouldn't put it in terms of it being a wild card, because Dietz looked incredible during the fall. We're really excited. I think every Razorback baseball fan, the coaches, everybody in the dugout, there's a buzz about what Hunter Dietz can deliver. Really looking forward to seeing him do it today. And so for TCU, they're going with a left-hander. It's Mason Bradfield. He's a sophomore. He's from Bakersfield, California. He made 18 appearances for TCU last year, 7 as a starter, carried 5 wins, 2 losses. His ERA was 4.09. He struck out 68 in 61 2/3 innings and surrendered 8 home runs. Could be a little bit wild. He hit 7 batters, and again, those 23 walks. Those are the starting lineups for Arkansas and TCU. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves right here on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Thanks for being prepared to exit calmly or left field.
Phil Elson with you on the Razorback Sports Network, live inside Globe Life Field. And this will be the 6th game of the annual Shriners Children's College Showdown. Also the second of the 4 games that Arkansas will play here at the home of the Texas Rangers. Earlier today, Vanderbilt beat Texas Tech 13-3. Oklahoma blows out Oklahoma State 10-1. And now Arkansas takes on TCU. Tomorrow, the Hogs are in action at 2:30 in the afternoon against Texas Tech. Texas Tech has been outscored here 23-6 in 2 losses. That's a 2:30 first pitch. Hogs will throw left-hander Colin Fisher. The first game tomorrow is a 10:30 first pitch with Vanderbilt playing Oklahoma State. And then the nightcap tomorrow is OU and TCU. Hogs stick around for an extra day. They'll leave after the Monday game, which will still be played at 2 o'clock. I know Dave Van Horn the other day on the preseason press conference said there is a chance that the time could be changed. That's not going to happen. Hogs and Tarleton State, 2 o'clock on Monday, which we'll have right here on the Razorback Sports Network. All right, we'll come back in a moment. First pitch is coming up in just a few moments. The Hogs against TCU. First, this from Bud Light.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, does your bathroom need a makeover? Bath Makeover of Arkansas offers bathtubs, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Arkansas homeowners trust Bath Makeover of Arkansas with their bathroom project. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH to schedule your free design consultation backed with a price lock guarantee. That's 1-800-NEW-BATH, 1-800-NEWBATH.
The electric cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Stay tuned. We'll have more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 coming up. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
Ballpark Franks got their start back in 1957, right in the ballpark, with the taste of 100% Angus beef passed down from one generation to the next. Ballpark Franks have become a tradition everywhere. They bring on that feeling of summer in every bite, even when it's not technically summer. So whether you're tailgating or enjoying the game at home, fire up the grill and savor the taste of Ballpark Franks. Ballpark is the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. Woo Pig Suey.
The 12th game of the SEC football tradition known as the Battle Line rivalry between your Arkansas Razorbacks and the Mizzou Tigers is complete. Look for the tradition, presented by Shelter Insurance, to grow in the coming years as we continue to heat up the border and support our student athletes with this rivalry. The Battle Line rivalry, presented by Shelter Insurance. Find a shelter agent near you at shelterinsurance.com.
It's out of here! A grand slam! He struck him out swinging. A new school record, 18. And Ryder Helfrich has given them the lead. Dives and makes a great catch. Double play ground ball shortstop taken by Aloy. Gives to Kojal 1. The relay, rack him up. Big Country out of here for the lead. Dabalon makes a great play on the first row.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Arkansas baseball. Razorback Baseball is brought to you by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive the Ford F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, trusted by Arkansans for more than 75 years for reliable, affordable health insurance. Take good care, Arkansas. Coca-Cola. Game day deserves the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar because fan work is thirsty work. By Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style. Sonic Drive-In. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic. UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. First Security Bank. It's banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. By Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Bath Makeover of Arkansas. Locally owned, American made, and proud to be an official sponsor of the Razorbacks. Summit Utilities, bringing natural gas to Razorback fans across Arkansas. Go Hogs! Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Harps Quality Foods. Hometown fresh. It's that simple at Harps. By Ballpark, the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. And by Visit Hot Springs. Time for a road trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Learn more at hotsprings.org. Now back to the stadium. Here again, the voice of Razorback baseball, Phil Elson.
Boy, it's wet and rainy outside, a little bit chilly here in Arlington, Texas. The start of the college baseball season last night happened with a bang, 4 of them to be exact. 4 Arkansas home runs as they picked up a 12-2 victory opening up the year against Oklahoma State. Now, the 5th-ranked Razorbacks turn their sights on number 10 TCU, picked to win the Big 12 this year under Kirk Saarloos. Both teams coming in with a 1-0 record, and we're expecting to have an outstanding game tonight at the home of the Texas Rangers, where there looks like there could be close to about 20,000 people inside this stadium right now. Our keys to the game are presented by Arkansas Sonic Drive-Ins. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free, eat Sonic. Today's the first career start for Hunter Dietz. By now, I think a lot of folks would have expected Dietz might have made about 24, 25 starts. He could have had the stuff to start as a freshman, but injuries when it comes to pitchers, that can cost you 2 years, especially when you're recovering from Tommy John surgery. A big key to yesterday's game for the Razorback hitters was just to remember this is a regular baseball game and don't get too fired up about all the folks in the crowd. For Hunter Dietz, it's got to be the exact same thing. Everything he has worked for the last 2 years has come to this moment, and you don't want to make too much about it. He has the stuff to go out there and absolutely shove for 7, maybe 8 innings, depending on how quickly he can make through. So hopefully Dietz can have the same kind of approach that we saw the Arkansas batters take yesterday. And as far as the Arkansas hitters are concerned, I don't know if you want to do too much from what they did yesterday. Boy, they really put together a good plan. I know Dave Van Horn said they came out of the strike zone just a little bit more than he'd like to see. Hog batters did strike out 11 times yesterday, but I think he'll take that with 13 base hits, 4 home runs, and 12 runs scored. So, but that's also that's going to be a coach, right? A coach is always going to have something to build upon, and Dave Van Horn is no different than anybody else. Our umpire crew today right now meeting at home plate. Here comes Dave Van Horn to shake hands with Kirk Saarloos. Hogs coming out of the third base dugout today, so they're going to be wearing the road grays. TCU with white uniforms, purple numbers and letters trimmed in silver. Greg Harmon is the plate umpire tonight. A.J. Wendell will work first base. Blake Felix at second base, and third base umpire is a veteran we see across the SEC, John Brammer. And in just a moment, we've got Arkansas baseball, the Hogs, and the TCU Horned Frogs. First, this from Visit Hot Springs.
Why hold a parade that only goes one block? What in the world is a bathtub race? And how can one town be the training ground for American Pharaoh and the former playground of Al Capone? That's just Hot Springs being Hot Springs. Between thermal waters, thoroughbreds, and the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade, this town isn't trying to be unique. It just comes naturally. Come experience this slightly unconventional and completely wonderful place called Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
At Greenway, we're not just selling John Deere tractors. we're cultivating partnerships.
There's been times where at my farm I've actually had an issue and my salesman got with a guy from service and they brought him out to my farm and they were able to resolve my issue pretty quickly. The reliability, the dependability of the equipment and Greenway, that's why I would highly recommend it to anyone in my area.
Join our community of satisfied customers and experience the Greenway difference. Head to your local Greenway dealership today or visit us at gogreenway.com.
Call the Hogs on X, Instagram, or Facebook at Razorback BSB. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Arkansans have trusted the expert surgical teams at Baptist Health for more than a century. And through the years, we've excelled at surgery that puts the patient first. Heart surgery, orthopedic surgery, neurosurgery, breast cancer surgery, and any surgical challenge you face. At Baptist Health, we put all our effort into perfecting one very particular type of surgery. Yours. Baptist Health. For you, for life.
Ready to go here at Globe Life Field, watching Mason Brassfield get loose. Yesterday, Tommy Lepore got the start. Lepore was outstanding against Arkansas last year through 6 innings, allowed a couple of runs. He did get the loss against the Hogs, but it really wasn't his fault. And Lepore was very good yesterday. Former Razorback Lance Davis, who was a Hog last year but redshirted. He's from Jonesboro. He transferred to TCU. He gets the start tomorrow for TCU as they close out this tournament against Oklahoma. And so Brassfield is the guy that's right in the middle. He made 7 starts last year. Brassfield worked as the Sunday starter for TCU pretty much for the second half of the season. Had some really good appearances. He got knocked around a few times too. Overall, had a 409 earned run average, gave up 59 hits in 61 and 2/3 innings, including 8 home runs. Walked 23, struck out 68, and he's ready to go. So is Nolan Souza, and it's time for baseball here at Globe Life Field. Will be lefty versus lefty, and Brassfield works from the windup. First pitch is fouled. Souza's ready for a fastball, but hits it back into the net, and we're underway today at 7:15, right when they said 0-1 on Nolan Souza. He put together a fine at-bat to start the game yesterday and punched a double, then scored on the home run by Helfrich. Slider missing from Brassfield outside. The count goes 1-1. Souza, Helfrich, and Kojal, the top third of the Razorback batting order. Here's a 1-1. Souza pops up a bunt. It hooks towards the first base dugout, and there it goes into the TCU bench. We saw Souza yesterday also show drag bunt at one moment. Didn't get it down yesterday. Doesn't get it down today either. TCU shifting the shortstop and third baseman, so they're going to put 3 infielders to the right side. Here's the pitch. Souza strikes out swinging. Pitch had a lot of movement and good velocity, 96 miles an hour and 1 out. Last year, Brassfield struck out 68 in 61 and 2/3 innings. That was harder than any fastball the Hogs saw yesterday from OSU, 96. Ryder Helfrich hit his first pitch of the season yesterday for a home run. And then in his second at-bat, hit his 10th pitch for a home run. First one here. Did he check the swing? No, on a pitch in the dirt. Again, that was 96 to get a check swing strike. 3-man shift on the left for Helfrich. 0-1 pitch on the way. Shows bunt. Push bunt. Right side. It's picked up by the pitcher, Brassfield. And the play at first base in time. He bounced the flip. It's very close. And the Razorbacks want a review. Well, I'm not sure if Dave's asked for it yet. They're thinking about it. A push bunt attempt by Ryder Helfer. It was a good job by Brassfield backhanding it. If it got even a moment past the pitcher, it's an easy single. Now the four-man crew coming together. The men in black come together near the pitcher's mound. They're talking it over. So Dave's at least gotten them to think about it, and they're going to review. A review on the second play of the night. We saw Arkansas yesterday. And I thought we talked about it briefly with Dave in the pregame interview on T.J. Pompey's caught stealing yesterday. It felt more than anything like they just didn't want to overturn the call, saying that he had overslid second base, although it looked as plain as day on the replay that his foot was still there. So the call at first base by A.J. Wendell was an out for Ryder Helfrich. It would be a 1-3 putout if it remains. And here's our first look at the replay. It looks like Helfrich beat it. Of course, you got the green base for the runner, the white base for the fielder. You're looking at Helfrich's left foot touching the base just at the moment when the ball is about to disappear into Rob Littington's glove. This is a very, very close play, and certainly reviewing a play like this is what it's designed for. Again, it looks like Helfrich's left foot might have gotten to the edge of the base just before it disappears into Littington's first baseman's mitt. Ryder hanging out at first base with Hudson Polk. He won't head into the dugout until they tell him. And it really wasn't a bad bunt at all. Pretty nice job by the pitcher, Brassfield, getting over and making the play. And he had to lunge and use every inch of that right arm and the very edge of the glove just to be able to pick it up. And if there was even the slightest bobble or if it got away by a quarter inch, it would be an easy hit for Helfrich. Here come the umpires to tell us. We're not hooked up to the sound system, and the call is safe at first base. A bunt single by Ryder Helfrich. So the first pitch he sees yesterday hits a home run, and then a homer in his second at-bat. That had been 7 home runs in Helfrich's last 9 hits going back to last year. Now a bunt single. Go figure. Camden Kosier to follow. Brassfield sends it home. And a curveball misses. 1-0 on the Hogs' second baseman. Kosier also launched a home run yesterday. A 2-run shot, one of 4 hit by Arkansas. It was his 21st career home run. Third base line's open for him. Here's the pitch. Check swing. It's a strike called on the outside with a cutter. Top of the first inning. We got underway 10 minutes late. Hogs have a chance with a 1-out bunt single by Ryder Helfrich. Kosiel also 2 walks yesterday, finishing 1 for 3. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fastballs at the knees, strike 2. You heard Dave Van Horn use the term high carry fastball to describe Hunter Dietz. I think Mason Brassfield may have that same kind of fastball that carries. Lefty comes set at the chest, looking at first base, and he sends Helfrich back. Ryder's in standing up. Brassfield is 6'4", 215 pounds. Comes from a cowboy town, Bakersfield, California. 1-2. Here's the pitch on Kosiel. A swing and a foul. Hit well down the left field line, but foul all the way. Kosiel at second base once again today. So he'll play first base for about the first 2/3 of last season. Bet you doesn't play much first base the rest of the way. Next pitch. high fastball brought the catcher Dallimore up. 2-2 on Camden Kojal with Micah New waiting on deck. Kojal yanked his home run over the right field fence last night. They've got this right fielder, Stroh-Snyder, who's very rangy, playing up a couple of steps. Right field corner's open. The pitch to Kojal. Taken a slider outside, ball 3. Dug out of a 1-2 count, works it full. Helfrich held on by Liddington at first base. Ryder out to his lead. Here's the pitch. Kojal strikes out looking. Good breaking ball dropped in by Mason Brassfield. Kojal hangs around the plate a moment, but Greg Harmon already yanked the chain. 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Brassfield showing some really good stuff. The fastball looks good. This was a nice curveball he just completely fooled Kojal with. Micah New will follow. New ended last night's game with his 26th career home run. There were no cheapies yesterday. New hit it over the center field fence. It's deep in any park, especially here. First pitch on the right-handed New is outside. Hogs batting top of the first. Helfrich at first base with a bunch single. New yesterday had a home run and a single and struck out the other 3 at-bats. The shortstop Franco plays way back. The right side's a little bit open. Now the pitch. Slider's a strike. And it looks like Brassfield does a pretty good job hiding the spin on his slider. New with that busy batting stance back in with a 1-1 on the way. It's a swing and a foul. A little bit late on a high fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Micah New. Former New Orleans Privateer, former Marshall Thundering Herd. If you're a member of the Thundering Herd, does that mean that you were a Thundering Herd? 1-2 the count on Micah New, waving that bat around. There goes Helfrich running. The pitch is dropped, and an easy steal for Helfrich. Hogs got running yesterday, and this team's going to try to steal some bases, that's for sure. That's the 4th stolen base of these 2 games. 2nd for Helfrich. And New's got a chance driving a run with a 2-out base hit. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He swung at a ball, a slider, tons of movement. Mason Brassfield strikes out 3 of 4 batters. Pitches around Ryder Helfrich's bunch single, leaves him at second base. Make sure you get over to the legendary Catfish Hole restaurants in Alma and Fayetteville. The Catfish Hole serves the highest quality farm-raised catfish, hand-breaded chicken tenders, the very best hush puppies anywhere. Now serving beer and wine in Fayetteville. Hunter Dietz takes the mound for his first career start at Arkansas, following this from your local Ford dealer.
There's no containing the passion of the Hog Pen, where you'll find tried and true Razorbacks, home run blasts, and a whole lot of... This Arkansas tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. We're Edward Jones. Together, we can give you your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor to get started today. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Edward Jones office. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hogs leaving a runner at second base in the first inning. 3 strikeouts for Mason Brassfield, making his 8th career start for TCU. And now getting a look at Hunter Dietz. He's got a couple of warm-ups left here with the top of the batting order due up for TCU. Cole Kramer, Sawyer Stroh-Snyder, and Chase Brunson. Stroh-Snyder and Brunson featuring a ton of power, combined for 24 home runs last year, expected to hit maybe more this season. See, the last time we saw Hunter Dietz pitch for the Razorbacks in a game, that was in the Tennessee series that ended last regular season. Pitched in a 10-7 loss, gave up 3 runs out of 3 batters faced, didn't retire anybody. He pitched to a couple of hitters the week before that against LSU, and has only 1 2/3 innings over 4 career games. And he's probably going to throw many more pitches in this game tonight than he has in his career. First pitch to Cole Kramer comes in very high at 96, ball 1. Kramer bats right-handed. He's their second baseman. Hit a double, scored a run, struck out twice yesterday. Dietz fires inside, ball 2. A little bit closer to the strike zone. That was just off the corner. Dietz works with both feet on the rubber. The wind of the pitch. There's a fastball strike. 96, and it stays up. And boy, it already starts up because Hunter Dietz stands 6'6". Here's a 2-1 pitch on Kramer. Fastball, strike 2 at 97. He's trying to come on that inside corner for Kramer, who hasn't even looked like he's been interested at swinging at any of the first 4. 2-2 is a little dribbler foul. Caught him on the foot. First breaking pitch thrown by Hunter Dietz. When you think about the 2 Arkansas pitchers to start games so far, and they both came in with the very same recruiting class, Gackle and Dietz. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 98 miles an hour from Hunter Dietz. He just threw 96, then 97, and finishes Kramer off with some 98-mile-an-hour cheddar. Sawyer Stroh-Snyder is next. Think about Gackle. And, of course, Gabe's got everything you'd need to be a starting pitcher. He's got that calm demeanor. He's got the starting pitcher's repertoire, but hadn't really put it together as a starting pitcher. He looked good last night, though. Stroh-Snyder takes a ball, fastball outside. And then there's Dietz. I mean, he came in with all the repertoire to be a starting pitcher, but just was never healthy. Meanwhile, Gabe Gackle's been nothing but healthy. 1-0 on Stroh-Snyder. Pitch on the way. Fastball just outside. This will be one of the at-bats that the scouts will drool all over. Hunter Dietz and Sawyer Stroh-Snyder both have first-round capabilities. 2-0 the count. Here's the lefty's pitch. Stroh-Snyder takes a ball outside. It's 3-0. He had 350 last year. 11 homers, 13 doubles, 10 triples as a freshman. You don't see 10 triples in college too often. The pitch, there's a strike from Dietz. Stroh-Snyder also started his season with a homer and 2 walks last night in the Horned Frogs' 5-4 win over Vandy. 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the first inning. Dietz throws 3-1 to Stroh-Snyder and walks him. Missed with a fastball outside, a strikeout, then a walk, bringing Chase Brunson, the TCU center fielder. Bubba Carpenter had texted in earlier before the game today and said, when it comes to TCU getting men on base, they're going to be very jumpy, trying to disrupt Hunter's rhythm. So he's got to make sure he controls the pace. Starts Brunson inside, ball 1. Chase Brunson led TCU last year with 13 home runs. He's a junior. He's from San Clemente, California. Short lead at first base. Dietz gives Stroh-Snyder a look. Now the 1-0. Ground ball. It's fair. Past third and down the line past Pompey. Takes a bounce in front of Damian Ruiz with Stroh-Snyder holding at third. No, he's coming home. Recovered by Brumbaugh from shortstop, and the throw is too late. Stroh-Snyder slides in on a run-scoring double by Chase Brunson, giving TCU the lead. That fastball had a little too much of the middle. We've seen Dietz really trying to come inside on the right-handers, and he just tried the same thing but left it over the middle for Brunson. Able to keep it just fair down the third base line. Horned Frogs leading 1-0 with a runner at second for the cleanup batter, left-hand hitting Noah Franco. Dietz checks on the runner and throws. Outside, ball one. He's been behind 1-0 against each hitter. Franco struck out 3 times last night. 0 for 4 as the starting left fielder. Switches over to DH today. 1-0. Fastball's a strike from Dietz. One out walk puts Stroh-Snyder on base. And he knew he was going to be sent home as soon as Brunson's ball went fair. The pitch is swung on and missed. Franco with a big uppercut. Strike 2. That was also one of those balls down the line that I think Ruiz expected to make it all the way into the corner, but not a lot of balls make it into the corner when it's a grounder past third. Swing and a miss, front strike 3. Franco strikes out. Second strikeout for Dietz, and he'll look to end the inning with Rob Lidington Jr., the first baseman. Lidington was Incarnate Word's top hitter last year. Hit .359 with a .448 on base and 15 home runs. Right-handed batter. Dietz starts him down and in. That's 5 batters that have been ahead 1-0. Lidington had his TCU debut last night, 1 for 4 against Vanderbilt. I say last night. They had first pitch at 11 in the morning. 1-0. Slider swung on and missed by Lidington. Incarnate Word last year lost 27 of 30 Southland Conference games. Same record that Mizzou had in the SEC. 1-1 pitch. And it's a slider at the top of the strike zone. Dietz ahead of Lidington 1-2. The Hogs left Helfrich in scoring position in the first inning. Mason Brassfield struck out 3 batters. Dietz has a chance to strike out the side as well. Big lead for Brunson at second. Here's the pitch. And it's outside. More of a spinner than a breaking ball that time. 2-2 on Rob Lidington Jr. Hogs not worried about holding Brunson. Dietz from the belt, throws 2-2. Line drive by Lidington, a base hit into left field. Sends Ruiz towards the corner to cut it off. Run scores. He'll hold him to a single. Nice job in left, but 2-0 TCU. Couple of base hits down the left field line by right-handed batters against Dietz. Both coming on fastballs that he's missed his spot with. And both those base hits coming on pitches at 97 miles per hour, but still too much of the middle. Jack Arthur is the TCU left fielder, bats right-handed, hits 7th. Dietz starts him with a strike on the inside with a cutter. First 0-1 count of the inning. Hogs scored the first 3 runs last night, and they're playing from behind today. The pitch to Arthur, low. Ball and a strike on Jack Arthur. He's in his 3rd year with TCU. Tough first inning here for Hunter Dietz. We'd like to see him settle into that first start. Here's a 1-1. Slider missed. Even with that great fastball, it's imperative. Got to get the breaking pitch in. And as well located as some of his fastballs have been this inning, 2 mistakes leading to 2 run-scoring hits. Fastball inside here on Arthur, and the count moves to 3-1. Dietz trying to battle back from a 3-1, and the pitch to Arthur, high, ball 4. going to bring a visit from pitching coach Matt Hobbs. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. And if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, Edward Jones can help. Visit edwardjones.com today. Edward Jones, member SIPC. There goes some Arkansas pitchers to the left field bullpen. Boy, they're reluctant to send him out there this early. But you got a lonely bullpen catcher out there, and he may have somebody to catch soon. Tough first inning here for Hunter Dietz. It started well. He struck out the leadoff batter Cole Kramer, but then lost Sawyer Stroh-Snyder to a walk. Brunson doubled him in from first base. A strikeout of Noah Franco put Dietz at the edge of ending the inning, but then Liddington single on 2 balls, 2 strikes. And then a walk to Jack Arthur. And it has turned into a lengthy 26-pitch inning. Now he's facing Brady Dallimore. Starts him with strike 1. 97 right down Broadway. Dallimore is a right-hand batting catcher. He DH'd yesterday in his college debut, so this will be his first day behind the plate. 0-1 pitch. Check swing, foul to the first base net. Dietz a strike from ending the inning. Dallimore is one of 2 freshmen in the TCU lineup today. The guy on deck, Lucas Franco, also a freshman. Dietz throws high and outside. Next pitch will be the 30th of this first inning from Hunter Dietz. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a nice slider that ends the first inning. He strikes out 3 batters, but TCU scores a couple of runs on 2 base hits, and the Horned Frogs leave a couple of men on base. To the top of the second here at Globe Life Field. Hogs trail TCU 2-0. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
Hello, Razorback Nation. This is Renata Jenkins-Byler with Roller Funeral Homes asking you, what is a friend? A friend is someone who has a special role and is always there for you. I am here reminding you that you have a friend at Roller Funeral Homes because you are someone special to us. Whatever you or your family's needs or wishes, you can count on all of us at Roller to be there for you just like a friend. Roller Funeral Homes, serving the Razorback Nation with all our respect.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
Razorbacks take the bat in the top of the second inning, trailing TCU 2-0. Pair of RBI hits from Texas Christian third-place batter Chase Brunson, fifth-place batter Rob Liddington Jr. Hogs couldn't quite get a clutch hit. In fact, only 1 pitch was put into play by Arkansas batters in the first inning, and that was on a bunt by Ryder Helfrich, so nobody made contact with a swing. Will be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Hogs. Kuhio Aloy, Reese Robinette, and TJ Pompey facing Mason Brassfield. Brassfield coming off of a 16-pitch inning, an 18-pitch inning. And a 30-pitch inning came right after that from Hunter Dietz. Here's Aloy. Kuhio steps in after a 2-for-4 season debut. The wide by the left-hander, and Aloy takes a fastball outside. About Van Horn in the pregame interview mentioning how fast Kuhio Aloy is and how nobody really expects it from him or thinks he's fast. 1-0 pitch on the way to Kuhio. Low strike called. 1-1 on Aloy. Last night he stole a base. It was also his first career stolen base attempt. Well, one of the best aspects of last night was his play in right field. The pitch tails way outside. Aloy's ahead 2-1. Play referring to was on the first pitch that Gabe Gackle threw in the second inning last night. Campbell Smithwick hit a drive to the right field warning track, and Eloy played it like a pro. Didn't feel like a guy who apparently the weekend before had a miserable weekend defensively. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul with a major league cut by Eloy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You may remember Cujillo came off the bench last year against TCU, pinch hitting for Kendall Diggs in the 7th inning with Arkansas trailing 1-0. He had a couple of men on base. He lined a 2-run pinch hit double for the lead, and those were the only runs the Hogs scored. Won the game 2-1. You basically didn't get Cujillo out of the lineup after that weekend. The pitch hit on the ground at shortstop, right at Franco. Scoops and throws and gets him. 6-3 to retire Eloy. Good job by Franco. Brings Reese Robinette. Robinette 1 for 4 in the debut last night with a single. Big Country stands in against the left-handed Brassfield. First pitch is down and away. 2-0 Horned Frogs. We're in the top of the second here at about as full as a Globe Life Field as you'll see for a college baseball game. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside and dropped by Brady Dallimore. The count 2-0. One out and nobody on. TJ Pompey's on deck. It's 2-0. And Robinette takes outside for ball 3. Yeah, there may be some Texas Ranger home games that wouldn't maybe have this crowd. They averaged last year just under 30,000, which means there'd be some crowds that were less than 20,000. The pitch. Ball outside. Robinette walks with 1 out, bringing TJ Pompey out of all the Razorbacks on this current roster. Pompey should know TCU better than most of them, playing in the Big 12 the last 2 years with Texas Tech. 1 on, 1 out for the right-hand batting TJ Pompey, Hog third baseman. The pitch outside. That's 5 balls in a row thrown by Mason Brassfield. Pompey wouldn't have played against TCU last year. An injury cost him most of the season. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air. It carries a little bit into right center, sends the center fielder Brunson short of the warning track for the catch. Back to first goes Robinette. Pompey just getting underneath it a little bit too much. Fly ball went almost straight up in the air. Didn't quite have the right trajectory. So it comes down to Carson Brumbaugh to try to get something going for the Hogs in the second as they trail 2-0 against TCU. Brumbaugh's debut last night, 0 for 4. Wasn't a busy day at shortstop for him either. First pitch on Brumbaugh, hit the ground right at shortstop. Routine play to Franco, throws him out at first base, and that'll end the top of the second for the Razorbacks. No runs, no hits, and 1 stranded. 2-0 TCU, bottom of the second after this from Summit Utilities.
When it comes to keeping your family safe, Summit Utilities is here to help keep your senses sharp both inside and outside your home. If you smell a bad odor like rotten eggs, leave on foot immediately. It might be a gas leak. Then call both 911 and Summit Utilities from a safe location. Outside your home, it's important to know what's below before you dig. Always call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free and can save you a lot more than money. Your safety is our priority. For more on gas safety, visit summitutilities.com/safety.
The
Mercedes-AMG GT43 is the top-of-the-line luxury performance sedan, and this month you can win one from Saracen Casino and Mercedes-Benz of Little Rock. With sporty styling, classic Mercedes lines, and advanced performance, this is the car to win from Saracen Casino Resort. Play in February at Saracen Casino and qualify for the Mercedes GT drawing.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Nothing going yet for the Razorbacks. 2 innings at the plate. They've had 2 runners stranded, and TCU leading 2-0 as the Horned Frogs come to bat in the second against Hunter Dietz. Brought to you in part today by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, this truck has a strong tradition, earned with outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how to create a fan favorite and the official truck of Arkansas. The number 8 batter is Lucas Franco. He'll lead off the second for TCU. He's their shortstop, a freshman out of Katy, Texas. His college debut, 2 hits yesterday. Left-hander. Dietz starts him with strike 1 on the outside with a slider. Your first pitch to the previous 7 batters was a fastball. The next one, Franco shows bunt, chops at it, fouls it, strike 2. Instead of dropping a bunt down, he tried to chop that bunt down. Caius Gargett on deck. A former Kentucky Wildcat, Cole Kramer, follows at the top of the order. Dietz threw 30 first-inning pitches. Here's his third pitch of the second inning, and it's hit by Franco in the air to center field. Micah New racing over to his left is there to make the catch. New started towards left center, so he had some ground to cover, makes the play, and Caius Gargett is next. Gargett in 2 years at Kentucky played 40 games. Right-handed batter. Dietz kicks. Starts with a slider, and it just nicked Gargett's left elbow. Might have been on the forearm. This is with Dave Van Horn on the Float Sports telecast right now with his headset on. You can see his motion. Dave wasn't quite sure if Gargett tried to get out of the way. He might have moved just a little bit. It's enough for him to get his hit by pitch. Well, so Dietz out of the first 9 batters, he's put 3 of them on base. 2 walks, now 1 hit batsman. Cole Kramer's next up, top of the order, right-handed. First pitch down and in. He had to scoot out of the way. Horned Frogs 2, Razorbacks nothing. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Hogs are the visitors. Kramer struck out in the first inning, one of 3 strikeouts for Dietz. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses. Good slider low. 1-1 on Cole Kramer. A .320 hitter last year. 71 hits. 57 of those base hits were singles, but then last night his only hit was a double. He didn't have many doubles last year. Pitch on the way. Sliced foul over first base. Didn't have a lot of air underneath it. Aloy just watches it. Strike 2 on Cole Kramer. Even with all the base runners against Dietz so far, they haven't been very jumpy. Gargett with a short lead. There he goes. He's running. The pitch is high. The throw by Helfrich is on the wrong side of the base. Gets past Kojal into center field, but that's all Gargett gets. Micah News there to back it up. Kojal did a nice job faking that he'd caught the ball. I don't think Gargett had any idea. But it is a steal. Wasn't much of a chance for Helfrich to throw him out. Gargett did get a good jump. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch to Cole Kramer is high. 3-2 with Sawyer Stroh-Snyder on deck. Got their top
2 or 3 hitters coming up in the next 2 or 3 batters, so you don't want 2 batters here. The pitch inside. Do you have control command issues today for Hunter Dietz? 10 batters faced, 3 walks, 1 hit batsman, and 2 run-scoring base hits. And now there is some action in the Arkansas bullpen. And a right-hander up and throwing. It's Jackson Kersher getting warm in the pen. Kersher, an Oklahoma transfer, who is from Little Rock Christian. 2-0 Horned Frogs. This is a critical at-bat now for Hunter Dietz. Stroh-Snyder walked and scored last inning. Lefty versus lefty, the first pitch. High. Stroh-Snyder scored from first base on Brunson's double last inning. Brunson on deck. Pitch on the way. Stroh-Snyder, big wave and a miss. Dietz took something off the fastball to locate it a little bit better. Put it where he wanted, top of the zone. Stroh-Snyder with a huge swing. Gargett leads off second. Kramer off at first base. Dietz checks them both, throws 1-1. Slider misses on Stroh-Snyder, ball 2. Six of the first 10 batters reaching base. Dietz throws 2-1. Stroh-Snyder looks at a ball outside. In danger of loading the bases here with a 3-1 count. And the third place batter, Brunson, on deck. Big pitch on the way now from Dietz. Stroh-Snyder looks at strike 2, right down the middle at 96. Dietz battling to stay here in the ball game and keep the Hogs down 2-0 in the second inning. Just 1 out. Runners lead first and second with a 3-2 to Stroh-Snyder. Hit foul in the air over third. Better location, the fastball up and in the strike zone. Here's a back crowd trying to rally Dietz back. Here's the next pitch. He strikes out Stroh-Snyder swinging. Boy, he needed that one. Comes all the way back from 3-1. That high carry fastball, Stroh-Snyder swung underneath it. So Dietz has retired 5 batters out of the 11 he's faced. 4 of them have come on strikes. And Chase Brunson drove in their first run last inning with a double, and Dietz looks to retire him in strand 2 here. Lefty versus lefty. Brunson had swung and hit a fastball in the left field. Here's the pitch. Inside. I think the Hogs still want to try to get Brunson inside. The problem last inning was the location from Dietz wasn't inside. Had a lot of the middle of the plate. A check of the runners. Now the 1-0. High. 2 balls, no strikes on Chase Brunson. Hunter pitching behind each of the last 3 hitters. And behind Brunson 2-0. The pitch as a high strike 1. Might have gotten away with it. Still trying to hit that top of the strike zone over and over and over again. Kersher's ready to go if the Hogs want to make a change. Dietz looking to end the second inning. Brunson grounds foul past his third base coach. And now Hunter's got a chance to end the inning right here. Stretch by Dietz. 2-2 pitch to Brunson. Down and in, ball 3. And now you got to get after him with a 3-2 count on the runners moving. Gargett at second, Kramer at first. They take off. There's a swing and a fly ball into left field. Ruiz coming on, diving. Ruiz tumbles over and could not make the catch. It pops out of his glove. Both runners come in to score. Into second is Brunson, and the Horned Frogs are up 4-0. It's great effort in left field by Ruiz. Just too much ground to cover. Chase Brunson's knocked in 3 runs with a pair of doubles against Hunter Dietz. And it didn't look like Ruiz ever really had the ball in his glove. Gave an effort, tried a backhand diving catch. Glove made contact with the ball, but I don't know how much of a chance he had. Hogs have their work cut out for him now. The batter is Franco, Noah Franco. Dietz stays in the game and almost hits him with the first pitch up and in. Four runs, 3 hits. And one thing that's really hurt Hunter Dietz are the 4 walks. If you count one of them as a hit batsman. 1-0, the pitch to Franco. Swings and misses. Franco struck out in the first inning. 1 of 4 strikeouts from Dietz, but when they're making contact, they're reaching base. One and one. Franco looks at a slider right down the middle, strike 2. Stretch and pitch. Strike 3 called to end the inning. Dietz got a couple of calls above the strike zone according to TrackMan. TCU with 2 runs in the first inning, now 2 runs in the second inning. The 2 runs here coming on 1 hit and 1 man stranded. Hogs trailing 4-0 here against TCU with 2 innings complete. This is Arkansas baseball from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Go-Go Squeeze is super excited to be on the field with University of Arkansas athletes. With a variety of deliciously fruity flavors, there's something for the whole Razorback family to enjoy. Go-Go Squeeze offers delicious fruit blend pouches that are gluten-free and nut-free. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish some of the essential minerals lost during exercise. Check out our whole line of pantry-friendly fruit and dairy products at most major retailers and online. So grab a Go-Go Squeeze and let's cheer on our Razorbacks together. Go Hogs!
Back here at Globe Life Field, where TCU leads by a score of 4-0 at the end of 2 innings. Brought to you in part today by Harps. At Harps, they greet you with a smile. They ask if they can help you. They let you know you're welcome in their store. Harps, hometown fresh. 2 good innings from the Horned Frog starter, Mason Brassfield, just 30 pitches to get 6 outs out of 8 batters. Hunter Dietz on the other side, 57 pitches against 13 batters, 4 runs scoring against him. And 3 walks, 1 hit batsman. Damian Ruiz leads off, takes a ball from the left-hander Brassfield, and it's 1-0. Ruiz batting 9th. Souza and Helfrich will follow. The pitch from Brassfield is hit hard up the middle on the ground. Damian Ruiz starts the 3rd inning with a clean single. You know, there's something about somebody that's got a career .322 average in 118 games. He's probably going to have a lot of base hits just like Ruiz had. Hard shots back up the middle. It does appear that Arkansas is going to remove Dietz from the game. Jackson Kersher continues to get warm in the pen, so it'll just be 2 innings today from Dietz. Nolan Souza batting, and the pitch sliced foul.
Got him to lunge for a low slider. So the line for Dietz will be 2 innings, 4 runs all earned on 3 base hits, 3 walks, 1 hit batter, and 5 strikeouts. Look out, Nolan. Spun out of the way. High fastball makes it 1-1. Souza struck out in the first inning, one of 3 strikeouts in that first inning for Brassfield. Didn't strike anybody out in the second. Ruiz with a good lead. 1-1 pitch coming. Is a high slider for strike 2. Getting some pitches called above the strike zone, but both ways from Greg Harmon. Felt the same thing for yesterday from last night's plate umpire. Calling pitches a little bit high, a strike, and some in the lowest part of the strike zone, a ball. Be a 1-2 pitch. Look out again. Spinning Souza out of the way. 2-2. Souza takes a look at Nate Thompson out of the third base dugout. Makes a motion with Ruiz leading at first. Souza stands tall in the box, waiting on Brassfield. 2-2 pitch. Slider missed, ball 3. Stretch by Brassfield. 3-2 pitch. Fouled by Souza. Yeah, that's one of those 50-50 pitches, but it's not 50-50. If you see something that you think might be a little bit high, that's probably going to be called a strike. I think Souza's well aware of this now, especially on 3-2. He's got to protect the plate. Third base line wide open for Souza. Brassfield sets and throws. Struck him out swinging. Foul tip. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts for Souza. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. TCU leading the Razorbacks 4-0 as we play in the top of the third inning. Hogs have catcher Ryder Helfrich batting with Damian Ruiz at first base. Only 1 out in this third inning. Mason Brassfield throws a slider for a ball on Helfrich. Brassfield has struck out 4 of 10 hitters. And 1 of 2 singles for the Hogs, 1 of a bunt for Helfrich. Pitch on the way, got away. Dallimore missed it. And an easy second base for Damian Ruiz. There you go. Some first mistake essentially by TCU tonight. So a duck on the pond for Ryder Helfrich with a 2-ball, no-strike count. Camden Kojal waits on deck. 4-0 Horned Frogs. We'll start getting back into it here. The pitch. And Helfrich looks at a slider, missing high, ball 3. Score a wild pitch, moving Ruiz to second base. Pitch didn't bounce, but it certainly looked like it got away from Brassfield. Now the 3-0 to Helfrich is way outside. And all of a sudden, Brassfield, who looks so sharp for the most part against the first 10 hitters, missed with 4 in a row on Helfrich. Now Kojal bats. Kojal caught looking on a curveball in the first inning. 1 of 4 strikeouts so far for the TCU lefty, who holds a 4-0 lead in the third, but the Hogs have the middle of the batting order coming up with men on base. Third baseman up a step is Kojal. Looks at a high fastball, and that's 5 in a row. And TCU wants to hold on to this for just a moment. Time for a pitching coach visit from John DeLaura. Or pardon me, that would be Sarloos that walks out there. Sarloos handles all the pitching as well, former Major League pitcher.
Well, the Razorbacks only getting two innings from starting pitcher Hunter Dietz. We're starting to see Mason Brassfield lose some command this inning, featuring 5 consecutive balls plus his first wild pitch of the day. And there's a difference between walking a batter and missing badly with a couple of pitches. That's what we just saw Brassfield do. Kojal about to stand in again with 1 ball and no strikes. TCU has shortstop Franco behind second base. That's where Rees leads off the pitch. Ball outside. 6 in a row. Brassfield trying to fight back as Kojal waits on a 2-0. The pitch is a slider, ball outside, 7 straight. You figure Kojal's got the take sign no matter what. The 3-0 pitch. Inside for another walk. Back-to-back walks on 4 pitches each. The bases are loaded for Micah New. And now the TCU bullpen will begin to stir, just as the Arkansas bullpen stirred in the second inning. And we already know they're going to be making a pitching change with Jackson Kersher coming in. But Micah New gets a chance to do some cleaning up in the cleanup spot. 4-0 Horned Frogs, but the tying run's batting in the third inning. New struck out his only at-bat. He has struck out 4 times in 6 at-bats here. The first pitch coming. Swing high, chop shortstop, scooped out Franco, throws to third base, gets a force play at third on Helfrich, a run scores. It's a smart play by Franco, had to take a step to his right and a high chopper. He would not have had a chance for a double play and might not have had a chance for an easy throw to second base. Credit New with a run batted in, his 4th at Arkansas on the 6-5 fielder's choice. Got Kojal at second, New at first, and Kuhio Aloy batting. Kuhio grounded to shortstop last inning and is 2 for 5 so far this weekend. First pitch. Late swing and a foul off the catcher. Remember, it was Aloy that had the game-winning 2-run double last year against TCU. He had that base hit off Luis Rodriguez, who is not on the TCU pitching staff this year. Here's the pitch. Sliders low. Ball and a strike on Kuhio Aloy. Outfield plays him straight up. The shortstop Franco way back. The second baseman Kramer holding Kojal. New takes a huge lead at first. Now Aloy, a swing and a miss. Thinking fastball, gets a slider. Brassfield ahead 1-2. There's a right-hander throwing in the TCU pen. Same with the Razorbacks. Be a 1-2 on Aloy. Kuhio a swing. 2 hoppers shortstop. Routine play for Franco. He gets New on a force play at second base. Well, the Hogs had the tying run batting. They'll end up with just 1 run out of it. 1 run, 2 base hits, and 2 stranded here in the top of the third inning. That'll make it 4-1 TCU after 2 1/2 innings. We'll be back after this from UAMS Health.
My name is Billy Richmond, and I'm a guard for the Arkansas Razorbacks. What's it like being a Razorback? Someone who's strong-minded, mentally tough. We got the best fans here. Like, you always got to be 100% if you want to go 100%. So I feel like if you're healthy, then you can just always give it your all. My relationship with my trainers and UAMS physicians are everything.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics. With Toyota's versatile SUVs, you'll be ready for any adventure, no matter who you're adventuring with. Bringing your furry co-pilot along? The RAV4's Power Pack Performance is bound to spark some zoomies. Right, buddy? Going out on the town with your partner in crime? Scoop them up in the Corolla Cross. Its sleek design will make up for the fact that you're always fashionably late. No matter who you're rolling with, there's a Toyota SUV fit just for you. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. The RAV4 is ready for Razorback country and beyond. Find yours today. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Jackson Kersher taking over to pitch for Arkansas in the third inning from Hunter Dietz. TCU 4, the Razorbacks 1 as we come into this bottom of the third inning. Tough outing for Dietz in his starting debut. Out of 13 batters faced, he allowed 7 of them to reach. 3 base hits, including a pair of run-scoring doubles from Chase Brunson. Dietz did strike out 5 batters out of the 6 outs he recorded, but is charged with 4 runs in 2 innings. So a short start today for Hunter Dietz, 57 pitches, and 30 of those were a strike. And Kersher from Little Rock will make his Razorback debut. It was a good pickup out of the transfer portal from Oklahoma, where he worked 13 games in relief. Had a .568 earned run average. And struck out 17 in 12 2/3 innings. Walked 5. There were 5 home runs that Kersher allowed. He's a big guy. And it will be Liddington, Arthur, and Dallimore to face Jackson Kersher here in his Razorback debut. Jackson 6'4", 215 pounds. Works out of the windup on Liddington and starts him with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees for a strike. Liddington knocked in a run with a single in the first inning. They have 3 RBIs from Brunson, 1 from Liddington. Pitches a slider bouncing 1-1. Kersher's got the right foot on the rubber, the left foot off. Here's the kick. Throws a fastball to the backstop. Pulled it a little bit glove side. 2-1. Kersher kind of rare for Arkansas. He's got the socks hiked all the way up. 2-1. Fouled off the back foot by Liddington. Ouch. 2-2. Well, Hunter Dietz couldn't quite get out of jams in the first or second innings. Mason Brassfield has worked his way out, leaving runners on base each inning. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Liddington is a slider fouled at the plate. Kersher's got strikeout stuff. High 90s fastball, good-looking slider. Ready with a 2-2 on Rob Liddington. Here's the pitch. Stays alive, whacks it over the first base dugout. Another 2-2 pitch to Liddington. Fastball's in for strike 3 called. 96, a lot of movement. You didn't really see much straight from Hunter Dietz. His location wasn't great. Kersher, nothing straight yet, at least not to Liddington. 1 out in the third. The batter is Jack Arthur. Arthur walked in the first inning. Right-handed hitting redshirt senior. And Kersher throws out of the windup. 88 miles an hour, strike 1. I know it's a disappointment for Hunter Dietz, but they'll be another start next week against Xavier. Here's an 0-1 on Arthur. Slider missed. A lot of horizontal movement on the slider here from Jackson Kersher. One and one, the pitch to Arthur. Swings and misses. Better slider that time, strike two. Just wondering a little bit about Dietz. It's nothing. He's got outstanding stuff. He just hasn't really been able to compete against opponents very much. I mean, there was summer ball in the Cape, fall ball against his teammates, and that's pretty much been it. 1-2 on Arthur. Slider down in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You're just kind of getting that, the competition DNA back into you. He worked so hard to get where he is. Hunter's stuff really did look good. Getting back to, competing against opposing hitters that don't know you as well. It's just a little bit different from what he's been doing. 2-2. It's hit sharply. Caught at first base. Nice job, Reese Robinette. Looked good off the bat. Had a bit of a dying quail quality to it. Didn't have too much air. And a good thing, Robinette's about 6'3". Lunging stab of the ball behind first base for a soft liner out. So 2 away in the TCU third inning, and Brady Dallimore is next. Dallimore's their catcher, ended the first inning with a strikeout against Hunter Dietz. Here's the wind of the pitch. It's a fastball for a strike. 4-1 TCU, bottom of the third. So far, TCU is the only Big 12 team to win a game here in the tournament, beating Vandy yesterday. 1 strike pitch, fouled by Dallimore, strike 2. Meanwhile, things haven't gone well at all for Texas Tech or for Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State outscored 22-3 in the tournament. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground up the middle by Dallimore and played by Carson Brumbaugh with a throw to first in time. There's a perfect third inning thrown by Jackson Kersher in his Razorback debut. And it brings the fans up out of their seats on the third base side. It'll take us into the top of the fourth here at Globe Life Field with TCU leading Arkansas 4-1 on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Razorback fans, score big with the freshest seafood in town at Fish City Grill. Whether you're craving grilled salmon or fried catfish, or want to try something new from the daily chalkboard specials, they've got your seafood fix covered. Swing by the locally owned spot in Rogers and make every meal a victory for Razorback Nation. International soccer is coming to Razorback Stadium this spring. As the United States prepares to host the 2026 World Cup, the home of Razorback football is set to host its first international soccer match when Liga MX rivals Club America and Club Tigres face off in the Golden Clash on Saturday, March 28th. Tickets for this world-class soccer matchup will be available for just $35. Secure your seat for this can't-miss event at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Three innings in the books, and it's time for a game update presented here by UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks with locations all across the state. Do what the Hogs do. Trust your care to UAMS Health. TCU scored the first 4 runs of the ball game. 3 of them knocked in by their center fielder, Chase Brunson. A couple of runs in the first for the Horned Frogs, 2 runs in the second inning. Brunson with a 2-run, 2-out double in the second inning. Hogs limited to an RBI, fielder's choice by Micah New in the third. The Hogs had bases loaded and 1 out in the third inning. Man, it's just the 1 run. Reese Robinette swings and misses to start the 4th inning as Mason Brassfield stays for his 53rd pitch. Brassfield gets one past Robinette again. Strike 2. Reese with a walk in the second inning. Brassfield got around 2 walks in the third. He's walked 3 batters, has struck out 4. And the lefty throws to Robinette. Struck him out looking. 86 miles an hour right there for Reese. Strikeout number 5
from Mason Brassfield. TCU has a 3-2 hit advantage. Neither team's committed an error. 4 Razorbacks left aboard, 3 TCU runners left aboard. The difference so far is clutch hitting. Hogs 0 for 3, runners in scoring position, and TCU off the 2 big base hits by Chase Brunson. Here's Pompey. TJ takes low, ball 1. Pompey fly to center in the second and is 2 for 4 this weekend. Brassfield's working really fast. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pompey ahead of a slider. Strike 1. One and one. Swing and a miss. He's throwing a lot of sliders here on Pompey. Hasn't really shown him a fastball yet. One and two on TJ Pompey with Brumbaugh on deck. Pitch, swing and a miss. Pompey saw no fastballs in the sequence. 4 sliders, and that's 6 strikeouts for Mason Brassfield. Boy, Brassfield does show a really nice slider. It's sharp, it breaks late, and he doesn't show it very much. Brumbaugh grounded to shortstop in the second inning. It's 4-1 Horned Frogs, 2 outs top of the 4th. Brumbaugh takes a fastball high. Horned Frogs had a pitcher getting warm in the bullpen with Brassfield struggling last inning. They're certainly happy to sit that pitcher now. The wind in 1-0 to Brumbaugh. It's in for a strike. 85 right down the middle. Another slider, but location wasn't great. I'm not sure Arkansas sees the spin very well. Here's a 1-1. Way inside as Brumbaugh moves off the corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. Should Brumbaugh reach base, Damian Ruiz is next. 2-1. Slider for strike 2. And maybe at the point here where you know it's coming, but you still can't quite see it. 2-2. Carson Brumbaugh looks at a high slider and works full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-pitch strikeout of Robinette. Took 4 pitches for Pompey, and this will be number 6 to Brumbaugh. Mason Brassfield hasn't retired them in order yet. Here's the pitch. Brumbaugh hits a little blooper into right field, and the 4th inning will extend with a 2-out single. Carson Brumbaugh's first career college base hit. Yeah, I'm sure there are going to be some times where Carson hits a 105-mile-an-hour rocket right at a fielder and looks back to this one. He gets a base hit off of a 67-mile-an-hour flare. So Ruiz bats. Damian Ruiz had a sharp single last inning. Scored so far the only Razorback run, trailing by 3 in the 4th inning. The pitch to Ruiz, down and hit his foot. Just kind of nicked the top of his foot. Now you got 2 runners for Souza. Damian did the little boot scoot to get out of the way, but I couldn't see from all the way up here. And we are way up above home plate here at Globe Life. Nolan Souza's been fooled by Brassfield's slider twice, striking him out in the 1st and 3rd innings. They'll position the center and left fielder a step towards left field. And the first one to Souza, tapped foul behind home plate. I think he saw the slider a little bit better now that Arkansas is getting a 3rd look at Mason Brassfield through the batting order. Souza holds the bat back, bounced it off his shoulder. 1-strike pitch, foul to the screen. It's a fastball up. Haven't really seen many fastballs from Brassfield this inning. Souza just got one, and it wasn't a good pitch to swing at.
And you can see Nate Thompson saying that's when you want to lay off of. Brassfield checks on second base where Brumbaugh leads. The pitch to Souza hit high on a chopper at shortstop. Franco picks it, takes it to the bag, and it's just in time. Ruiz running on contact. It's a close play at second base. Hogs want a review. TCU starts to run off the field, but now they're going to be ordered back on. Great hustle by Damian Ruiz. The second baseman, Kramer, never covered. So Franco had to take it himself. And the first replay, they're going to have to back it up again. The umpires are talking right now. Once they come together, they're always going to go review it, and they've just made the motion, the earmuffs, and they'll head into the pit of concentration to go figure this one out. This usually would be a routine force play at second base if the second baseman covers, but Kramer never moved on contact. He just stood there like a statue, allowing Franco to take it himself. If it stays at 6 unassisted. But it was great hustle, and also Ruiz showing some speed here. Now we'll get a good look. You can see him go into his slide. I think Ruiz is safe. Now, part of the problem in this situation is with 2 outs, Razorbacks were sending Carson Brumbaugh home from second base. If there would have been a safe call at second, he would have scored. But since the call was out, essentially the inning ends right there, and Brumbaugh isn't allowed to score even if Ruiz is ruled safe on the replay. So if he's ruled safe, you're going to have bases loaded for Ryder Helfrich. With a 4-1 TCU lead, that would put the tying run at first base. And when they slow it down frame by frame, you can see Ruiz's right foot getting to the edge of the base just as Franco's foot is about to land on the edge that the shortstop is aiming for. So from my vantage point, and obviously a biased vantage point, I think Damian Ruiz is safe. Last night there was a call that looked plain as day on a caught stealing of TJ Pompey that he should have been ruled safe. But the umpires, as Dave said in our pregame interview, he didn't think they just wanted to overturn the call. Sometimes it does feel like the umpires are a little bit reluctant to overturn one of their own calls by a crewmate. Here they come out of the pit of concentration. And we're going to hear from the plate umpire, Greg Harmon. The result of the play at second base is save. Damian Ruiz beat the play at second base. This won't be a base hit. Just call it a fielder's choice for Nolan Souza to load the bases for Ryder Helfrich. And now the Razorbacks have a powerful Ryder Helfrich representing the go-ahead run on the fourth with 2 outs. Brumbaugh at third, Ruiz at second, Souza at first. Helfrich has a bunch single and a walk, and the Hog fans are all standing. First pitch, low. 2 home runs yesterday for Ryder Helfrich, even with a bunch single, and going back to the end of last year, of his last 10 hits, 7 are home runs. 1-0 pitch is a slider for a strike. Brassfield does love the slider when he wants a strike. Three infielders on the left side looking for a pull. Here's the pitch. Helfrich swings, lazy bouncer back to the mound. Played by the pitcher. Brassfield underhand shuffle to first, gets Helfrich, and the Hogs leave 3. That's 7 runners left on base in 4 innings by Arkansas batters. No runs, 1 hit, bases left loaded by the Hogs in the 4th. TCU still leads 4-1. We go to the bottom of the 4th after this from Ford.
No containing the passion of the Hog Pen, where you'll find tried and true Razorbacks, home run blasts, and a whole lot of Arkansas tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics and the Razorback Sports Network. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Jackson Kersher back on the mound here as we start the bottom of the fourth inning, with TCU leading 4-1 over Arkansas. And Lucas Franco swings and misses at the first pitch. Boy, there have been some opportunities for the Razorbacks, but they've left 7 runners on base. TCU, they've made the most of their chances. Kersher's 0-1 on Franco high. Second inning of relief for Jackson Kersher. Hogs only get 2 innings from Hunter Dietz, 4 runs to Dietz. Jackson looked sharp, 3 up, 3 down last inning. Facing the left-handed Franco, fly it out of the second. Here's the 1-1. Down and in, ball 2. Gargett on deck, then Cole Kramer. So far, the best hitter today is Chase Brunson, TCU center fielder. Pair of doubles resulting in 3 runs batted in. 2-1 count on Lucas Franco. The right-hander Kersher fires and nails him with a fastball. Actually, a slider, pardon me. Absolutely no chance for Franco to get out of the way of that. So a leadoff man on base. Interestingly enough, even though they've scored 4 runs, it's the first TCU leadoff batter to reach base today.
Now batting third baseman, Caius Gargett.
Caius Gargett was hit by a Dietz pitch in the second inning, stole a base and scored on Brunson's double. And now the first pitch is outside, ball 1 on Caius Gargett. Looks like Gargett has added a tool into his belt. He's a switch hitter. They don't have him listed as a switch hitter. Here's the pitch. Low, 2 balls and no strikes on Caius Gargett. Yeah, they still have him listed as a right-handed batter, but he's hit righty and lefty now. And he's ahead 2-0 with Kersher missing with the last 5 pitches. The next one is high, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Caius Gargett. And it looks like the Hogs are going to try to piece this game together out of the bullpen. You only get 2 innings from your starting pitcher. Yesterday, it was 4 1/3 innings from Gabe Gackle. We had 2-1 on Gargett. Instead, Kersher with a slow pick move at first base. Franco is back. This one's inside. 3 balls, 1 strike on Caius Gargett. Stretch and 3-1. Runner takes off. Ball 4. Kersher's in trouble now. Franco at second. Gargett at first base for the top of the batting order. And the farther you go into the order now, you may end up with Brunson batting with men on base again. Matt Hobbs goes to the pitcher's mound. Hogs have right-hander Tate McGuire getting warm in the left center field bullpen. There was an easy third inning thrown by Jackson Kersher, getting Liddington on strikes, Arthur on a soft flare, and Dallimore on a routine ground ball to shortstop, but just has not thrown strikes here in the fourth inning. That was an issue last year for Jackson Kersher. Kersher walked 5 in 12 2/3, plus 3 hit batsmen and 2 wild pitches. And Cole Kramer walking up to the plate. A strikeout of the first inning. Kramer walked and scored in the second inning. TCU leading 4-1 as we play in the fourth. They may be calling a ball on Jackson Kersher. The plate umpire Harmon walked out there, pointed to him. Here's the pitch to Kramer. No pitch. Instead, it's a fake pick at second base. Well, they haven't put a ball on the video board, so... Yep, now they have. They are going to call a ball without a pitch being thrown. It's the plate umpire, Greg Harmon, that makes sure that the scoreboard operator knows, put a ball up. He still hasn't, but I'll just say the count is 1-0. Video board operator put a strike up there. Nope, now it's a ball. They'll make up their mind sooner or later. The pitch to Kramer is a strike. The count officially now 1 ball, 1 strike. Robinette plays for a bunt at first base. No bunt yet by Kramer. Long stretch from Kersher. Here's the pitch. Kramer, a swing and a miss. 1-2. Got to start leaving some of these horned frogs on base. Kersher bounces a slider, goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes on Kramer. 3 runners left on base by TCU. 7 runners stranded by Arkansas today. Hogs have had their chances. 5 runners, or 5 at-bats with men in scoring position and no hits. 2-2 on Cole Kramer. Jackson Kersher ready. Throws. Line drive, right center, drops in, base hit. Long run, Aloy gets over to cut it off cleanly, but he won't be able to keep Franco from scoring from second base. Run scoring single by Cole Kramer. Now it's 5-1 Horned Frogs. That's going to be it for Jackson Kersher. Jackson had a great third inning, but this last inning did not go well. He retired 3 in a row in the third, and the first 3 batters he faces this inning all reach base. Tate McGuire will be next out of the Arkansas bullpen. Kersher getting credit for 1 inning pitched and gives up 1 hit. As of now, 1 run, but still responsible for 2 runners on base. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and 1 hit batsman. This pitching change being brought to you by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn. It's time for a road trip. Hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn and Hot Springs. You can plan a trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. TCU leading comfortably 5-1, and the Horned Frogs continue to bat in this 4th inning in a minute on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
There's no containing the passion of the Hog Pen, where you'll find tried and true Razorbacks, home run blasts, and a whole lot of... This Arkansas tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Wood Power Sports is passionate about serving your off-road and on-road needs. Between our 4 locations, we carry brands like Polaris, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, CF Moto, and Suzuki. We are your one-stop shop for everything power sports. Our service and parts teams are experienced and will work hard to keep you and your vehicle on the road or trail. Come see us at Wood Power Sports of Fayetteville, Wood Power Sports of Springdale, Heartland Honda, or Wood Power Sports of Harrison. We look forward to earning your business. Go Hogs!
Tate McGuire now pitching for Arkansas. First pitch fouled away by Sawyer Stroh-Snyder. TCU batting in the 4th inning. It's a 5-1 Horned Frogs lead. McGuire inherits runners first and third with nobody out from Jackson Kersher. And McGuire ready with an 0-1 pitch on Stroh-Snyder outside. Horned Frogs scoring twice in the first, twice in the second. So far, 1 run in this 4th inning. As McGuire, a junior from Liberty, Missouri, tries to slow them down. Ready with a pitch. Stroh-Snyder lunges and holds off on a changeup. 2 balls, 1 strike. 10 relief outings, 4 starts for McGuire last year. Faced 115 batters, 23 hits, 9 walks. Stroh-Snyder swings and lines right at Kojal, who makes the catch for the first out. Runners get back. Maybe the hardest ball hit so far by TCU. 109 off of Stroh-Snyder's bat, but right at Kojal. Big first out. Runs do not score. And the next batter is Chase Brunson. Brunson has knocked in 3 of the Horned Frogs' 5 runs tonight. Brunson's 2 doubles, both have been in the left field. 1 grounder past third, 1 that was almost caught by Damian Ruiz. This pitch is a slider from McGuire for a ball. Jackson Kersher charged with a run in 1 inning. He's responsible for both runners left on for McGuire. Stretch 1-0. Good change, a strike called on Brunson. Gargett and Kramer, the base runners, at third and first base, respectively, for TCU. Kojal and Brumbaugh pinched tightly towards second base. You'd love an in-inning double play. Pitch inside on Brunson. 2 balls, 1 strike. McGuire is a ground ball guy. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good off-speed stuff from Tate McGuire. Comes into a pressure cooker here in his debut for the year. Tate inherited 14 runners last year in 10 relief outings. Did pretty well with it. 2-2. It's a pop-up by Brunson. Carries Kojal towards right center, making the call. He makes the catch. Gargett tags and holds with a good throw by Kojal. So McGuire's taken 2 big steps into putting out a 4th inning fire. Just getting Brunson out with runners on base is big. That didn't happen in his first 2 innings. Noah Franco was struck out twice by Hunter Dietz. He was the only batter. Dietz retired 2 times. And he'll bat here against Tate McGuire. Righty versus lefty. The first pitch is a ball outside. Horned Frogs 5, Razorbacks 1. Bottom of the fourth, TCU with a 4-2 hit advantage. Here's the pitch. Fastball's a strike on the outside against Franco, and it's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Runner going for second. Ball outside. Fake throw by Helfrich to second base. They'll let Kramer steal. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2 on Noah Franco. This is the biggest pressure cooker that a Razorback reliever has faced so far in the weekend. Tate McGuire looking to strand runners at second and third. Stretch and 2-2. He struck him out swinging. Tate McGuire with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball gets Franco to end the fourth. He leaves two inherited runners on base. Still, TCU adds to the lead with a run on one hit, and they strand their fourth runner of the game. Time for a road trip. You'll hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn Hot Springs. You can plan a trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. 5-1, Texas Christian leading the Razorbacks as we go into the fifth inning. After this from Harps.
Hey Razorback fans, Phil Elson here with some fantastic news. Harps Food Stores has a game-changing mobile app called My Hometown Rewards. With this app, you can unlock incredible savings, get exclusive deals, personalized coupons, and even a digital shopping list, all at your fingertips. And as a new feature, coupon savings are now offered instantly at checkout. Whether you're stocking up for the big game or just grabbing some snacks, the My Hometown Rewards app from Harps makes it easy. It's a win-win for Razorback fans like you. Harps, hometown fresh.
The electric cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Tate McGuire makes sure the Hogs still have a chance here after leaving two runners in scoring position. Still, TCU has a 5-1 lead as the Hogs bat in the fifth against Mason Brassfield. Brought to you in part today by Toyota. Toyota is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics with Razorback power, razor sharp style. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Camden Kojal leads off the fifth inning, and Brassfield throws low, ball one. One run on Brassfield came in the third inning. Kojal worked a walk that inning. They've left 7 runners against him. Kojal takes a slider for a ball, 2-0. Horned Frogs have a right-hander warming in the bullpen, so they're thinking about pulling Brassfield here in the fifth. With a 2-0 count, Kojal almost gets hit by the fastball. It's 3-0. It is Zach James warming up in the Texas Christian bullpen. Hogs are already on their third pitcher of the day. Brassfield throws 3-0, and he throws a strike to Kojal. 3 balls, 1 strike on Kojal. New and Aloy after Kojal, 3-4-5 batters. Hogs have just 2 hits, bunt single by Ryder Helfrich and a single by Damian Ruiz. Kojal takes a slider and walks to start the fifth. The only run Arkansas scored was a third inning run. Damian Ruiz began the inning with a single and would later score. This might be it for Mason Brassfield. Kirk Sarloos is out of the dugout. He's crossed the first base line. He has pointed to the bullpen in right field. That's it for Mason Brassfield. He'll get credit for 4 innings plus. And Zach James is going to be taking over a right-handed reliever here in the 5th inning, with TCU leading 5-1. This pitching change being brought to you by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn. It's time for a road trip. Hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn and Hot Springs. Plan your trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. Stay with us, taking 1 minute here on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
At Summit Utilities, we're more than just your gas bill. We're also your neighbors, and we're here to help, just like your neighbors do. Account-related questions, aid in setting up a payment plan, or assistance with rebate processing to help you save money on a new water heater. We've got you. At Summit, we're the keepers of the flame, making sure you have hot meals, warm baths, and a cozy home, providing you with energy that's there when and where you need it. Summit Utilities. Comfort delivered.
Our care clinics are your hometown source for primary medical care. Our doctors, nurses, and counselors can help patients of all ages with anything from common colds and immunizations to depression, anxiety, and chronic diseases. Our network includes both home delivery and local pharmacies to fulfill your prescriptions. If you don't have insurance, it's okay. We can help with that too. And no one is turned away. With more than 90 locations in Arkansas, there's a good chance we're in your hometown. Look us up at ourcare.net.
The new pitcher for TCU is a sophomore right-hander, Zach James, from Flower Mound, Texas, nearby. 6'3", 190. Obviously be his season debut. He worked 10 games last year, 6 in relief, at a .720 earned run average, and allowed 26 hits, 5 walks, and 5 home runs in 20 innings. Struck out 14. We're playing in the top of the 5th inning. TCU has led from the very start, scoring twice in the first and twice in the second. Hogs scored their only run in the 3rd inning. Arkansas has left 7 runners. TCU just scored in the bottom of the 4th inning, but Tate McGuire left 2 runners that he inherited. Mason Brassfield finally pulled from the game after the leadoff walk to Kojal. 4 walks by Brassfield in 4 innings. Kojal taking 2 of them. And the right-hander James is on to face Micah New. The Razorback center fielder has the only Arkansas run batted in so far. Was a 3rd inning fielder's choice. New is 2 for 7 here in Arlington. And he's ready to face the right-handed James, who comes from the stretch. And the first pitch shows bunt, and New misses. Tough pitch to bunt, slider, and he went after it. Does feel like the bunt may be more of a weapon for Arkansas than in previous seasons. Already today, one of their 2 hits was a bunt single by Ryder Helfrich. The pitch to New. Micah takes high. Ball and a strike from Zach James. New picking that left foot up 3 times before the pitch, and he looks at a fastball on the inside for strike 2. 93 miles an hour from Zach James. Brassfield threw about 94 to 96. Ran out of gas here last couple of innings. Hogs down 4 runs in the 5th inning. Just haven't been able to come through the clutch hit yet. 1-2. New looks at a low slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kohio Aloy follows New. Reese Robinette after him. We're in the middle of the batting order here in the 5th inning. Short lead, Kojal. 2-2 pitch to New is high, ball 3. Kojal's not leaning back this time as he leads off. And he doesn't run. New walks with a low slider, putting 2 runners on base for Kohio Aloy. Tying run comes on deck. This feels like one of those games. This one may be here for a while, folks. So settle in. Kuhio Aloy, 2 ground outs, both to shortstop, responsible for leaving 2 base runners his last at-bat. 2 RBIs yesterday for Kuhio. Frog second baseman Cole Kramer holding Kojal. Big lead at first for New. And the pitch, Aloy, a swing and a miss. Huge cut, high fastball at 94. Four homers for the Hogs last night. You could see Kuhio just trying to hit a 5th. 1 strike count. James checks second base. Now Aloy takes a fastball outside. That is just off the plate. A 50-50 ball. James could have gotten it. Aloy had the go-ahead hit last year against the Horned Frogs. 1-1. A swing and a ground ball. Diving stop, third base. Gargett up to his feet. The throw to first. He gets him. And what a play by Caius Gargett. Big league play all around by the former Kentucky Wildcat. A hot smash by Aloy, destined for the left field corner, but Gargett said no. Big star for Caius Gargett. Aloy does move Kojal and New to second and third base, but if it gets past Gargett, at least one of them, maybe both of them, would have scored. Reese Robinette, the batter. Infield hooks to the right side, 3 of them. Third baseman is in just about a step, and the pitch on Robinette is a ball high and outside. Reese has walked and struck out looking. 1 for 5 here this weekend. Base hit should drive in 2. Ground ball, at least past the pitcher's mound, would drive in 1. Hogs down by 4. And a 1-0 pitch. Robinette takes it, got away. Dallimore missed it, and a run will score. Kojal comes in from third base. New replaces him at third. Looked like at least a blockable pitch for Dallimore, but he never dropped to his knees. He tried to dig it out of the dirt, backhand, and he missed it. Yeah, he just flat out missed the pitch. That should be a passed ball. And 2-0 on Robinette. Infield still back. The pitch lined over first. That's a fair ball. Into the corner by Big Country. Knocks in Micah New to make it 5-3. And into second, feet first sliding. Reese Robinette has a run-scoring double. Finally, the Razorbacks come through the big base hit. Their first run-scoring base hit of the game comes from number 6 batter and first baseman Reese Robinette. Now the tying run bats, and it's TJ Pompey. 5-3 TCU, 5th inning. Pompey's 0 for 2, and James throws low. Two hits and a run batted in yesterday for Pompey. The RBI, though, came in a sacrifice fly. Only a base hit for an RBI here. Kramer holds Robinette. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Pompey a swing and a bouncer foul. He's ahead of an off-speed pitch that had a lot of the middle. 1-1 the count. Next pitch. Swung on, hit in the air by Pompey to shallow right. Takes Stroh-Snyder near the right field line, and he puts him out. Robinette holds at second base. It's a big second out for Zach James. Pompey's 0 for 3. Carson Brumbaugh will look for his first RBI at Arkansas. Brumbaugh just came off his first Razorback hit, 4th inning bloop single. Bloop base hit here should make it a 5-4 ball game. TCU leading by a pair of runs in the 5th inning. And doesn't this game have the feel of something going right to the 9th? tight the entire way. Brumbaugh waiting on James. Kramer holds Kojal. Here's the pitch. Fastball's a strike right there for Brumbaugh. Pardon me, that's not Kojal. It's Robinette leading at second base. Outfield's a step deep in center. There's a lot of room in short center field here for Carson Brumbaugh. James checks and throws. Swing and a miss for Carson, strike 2. Brumbaugh's requested a little help with his equipment, and one of the student managers bringing out the sticky spray gun. Brumbaugh using his one offensive timeout per at-bat. And he'll check himself back in with a no-ball, 2-strike count in the top of the 5th inning. Hogs have scored 2 to get within 2. James throws, 0-2 pitch outside. Now, a lot's been said about Brumbaugh's ability in the field. They say he's going to be one of Arkansas's best hitters when he's finished here. 1-2 pitch, strike 3 swinging. Fastball up and in. That was above the strike zone. You want Carson to lay off the pitch. Hogs are finished in the 5th inning, but they've gotten back in the game. 2 runs, 1 hit. The 8th runner left on base by Arkansas batters. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It's 5-3 TCU. Now this from your local Ford dealer.
There's no containing the passion of the Hog Pen, where you'll find tried and true Razorbacks, home run blasts, and a whole lot of... This Arkansas tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Less than 2 seconds left on the clock and no timeouts, Peter. I don't know what they're going to do. Down 3 and way out of field goal range. Truly an unlucky state to be in.
This state has plenty of luck. Last year, 8 Arkansans each won $1 million off a lottery ticket.
State as in a state of being, not... Whoa! Touchdown Razorbacks!
Did you see this is winning, folks. Every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps fund college scholarships. You could be the next big winner. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Let's pause 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Great moment just a moment ago here at the Shriners Children's College Showdown. Brand new College Baseball Hall of Famer Norm DeBrine was just, I say introduced to the crowd. Everybody here knows who that is. Just given a chance to cheer for Norm once again and call the Hogs for the legendary coach. Arkansas gets back into the game here. It's 5-3 TCU, bottom of the 5th inning, and Tate McGuire on the mound throwing to Rob Liddington and fools him with a slider in the dirt for strike 1. McGuire is Arkansas's 3rd pitcher. Horned Frogs scored 4 runs in 2 innings from Hunter Dietz, 1 run in Jackson Kersher's 1 inning. And Tate McGuire is the reason that Kersher wasn't charged with 2 or maybe even 3 runs. He inherited 2 runners with nobody out, got them all. And now starts his own inning with an 0-1 on Liddington. And the pitch low. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rob Liddington. Jack Arthur's on deck, then Brady Dallimore. There's a swing and a miss. McGuire, really good stuff. That also looks like he might have picked a little bit of velocity up on his fastball this offseason. Be a 1-2 on Rob Liddington Jr. Fastball outside. You know, one aspect of McGuire, he hides his pitches well. Everything he throws is straight over the top. Quick work, 2-2. Liddington strikes out swinging on a high fastball. One away to start the fifth. Get that leadoff man out. Liddington now 1 for 3. Jack Arthur coming up. Pitch on Arthur, foul back. Arthur a walk in the first and a soft flare in the third inning. Dallimore after him. Just need an Arkansas pitcher to settle this game down, give the batters a chance. Is McGuire that dude to settle it down? Here's an 0-1 on Arthur, grounded foul. You know, I think part of it is throwing strikes specifically. Hunter Dietz gave up 3 base hits, but all those hits came after at least 2 batters after a walk. And it was the walks and the hit batters that really hurt him. Here's an 0-2. Well, Arthur really fooled, but gets a piece of it, fouled out of play. Dietz walked 3, hit 1 batter, and 2 of the walks and the 1 hit batter all scored. 0-2 on Jack Arthur as McGuire looks for the second out of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. Check swing, appealed, denied. Pitch is low, ball 1. Here's the 1-2. Grounded foul. Arthur's got a good looking swing though. Dogs the night game last night. Night game tonight. They're the second game tomorrow, 2:30 against Texas Tech. Texas Tech's been blown out twice. Oklahoma State's been blown out twice. 1-2. It's fouled away by Arthur. TCU beat Vandy 5-4 yesterday. They've got a 5-3 lead against the Razorbacks. Texas Tech was outscored 23-6. by Oklahoma and Vanderbilt. Oklahoma State outscored 22-3 by OU and Arkansas. Swing and a miss. Arthur strikes out on a 94-mile-an-hour pitch up. It's 3 strikeouts in a row, taking McGuire back to the 4th inning. Now it's the catcher Dallimore, and a chance to get 3 in a row. Dallimore ended the 1st inning on strikes, ended the 3rd inning with a ground ball to short. Here's the pitch. It's a high strike 1 with a slider from Tate McGuire. Now McGuire could be a starting option. I mean, he's one of those pitchers who could be long relief, certainly has starting repertoire. Ground ball, left side, Pompey at third base, scoops it out. The third baseman, bad throw to first base, but a good stretch towards the outfield by Robinette. It's good to have somebody with those long legs and long arms and a long torso to go along with it. Reese Robinette's got all 3. And speaking of 3, Tate McGuire just retired 3 consecutive batters. Does your bank keep booting the ball? Are they hard to deal with, slow to get things done for you? Well, if your bank's fielding percentage is bad, go to your Gold Glove at Armor Bank. Proudly serving the state, Armor Bank is whole hog. It's the winning way to bank, Armor Bank. 5 innings in the books here on a Saturday night in Arlington, Texas. Your Razorbacks trailing TCU 5-3. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
I am Renata Jenkins-Bowler, the 3rd-generation owner of Roller Funeral Homes. My family's story is not merely one of success, but one of heartfelt connections built through generations. My grandparents' legacy has stood the test of time. For 24 consecutive remarkable years, our Kansans have spoken, and your choice for the best of the best is Roller Funeral Homes. It's truly humbling. Roller Funeral Homes, where compassion meets excellence, with all our respect.
Call
Call the Hogs with new head football coach Ryan Silverfield in 2026. Renew your seats to be all in on Coach Silverfield's first season, which includes marquee matchups inside Razorback Stadium against Georgia, Tennessee, LSU, and much more. Renew your tickets ahead of the March 31st deadline. For more information about Razorback football tickets, visit ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
I'm not sure where you sit on shirtless fans at a baseball game in February. There's one gentleman calling the Hogs wearing a pair of jeans, nothing on top. Yeah, he stands out, that's for sure. Be a little bit more impressed if he was doing it, I don't know, outside at a football game. It's 5-3 TCU. Hogs batting in the 6th inning. Damian Ruiz swinging a foul on Zach James's first pitch. Ruiz, Souza, and Helfrich in the 6th inning. This is the 2nd inning of relief for Zach James. Right-hander throws out of the windup. 0-1 on Ruiz low. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Razorbacks. Ruiz has scored 1 of the runs, has 1 of the base hits. Hogs also have taken 5 walks today. Had 1 batter hit by a pitch, and that batter was Ruiz in the 4th inning. Next one on Damian. Swung on. Fly ball, shallow left, drops in. 2 bouncer to the left fielder, Arthur. Damian Ruiz aboard 3 times today. And the tying run bats with nobody out in the 6th inning. It'll be Nolan Souza next, and Ryder Helfrich on deck. Now, this is the kind of game you're hoping from Ruiz, and you thought you might get a few of them. Then he had a .511 on base percentage last year at Lamar. Souza hasn't been aboard safely yet. 2 strikeouts and a fielder's choice after a single and a double yesterday. Righty-lefty matchup. Souza takes a strike on a backdoor cutter. TCU leading 5-3, top of the 6th inning. Hogs have had the tying run on base just a couple of times so far today. And this would be one of those times with a batter representing the tying run. Swing and a miss from Souza, strike 2. This fastball might have been outside, though, and Souza goes fishing. When Frog's getting a lefty up in the bullpen here. Souza waits on James, throws high. 1-2 on the Arkansas designated hitter. Ruiz can run. Not running here. Souza fouls back the 1-2 pitch. Boy, that's a changeup. Had a lot of the middle of the strike zone. That's one Nolan liked to have back. Hogs haven't led today. They did have a chance in the 1st inning. Helfrich was stranded at second base. But then TCU took the lead quickly in the bottom of the 1st and extended it in the 2nd inning. Souza takes it high. He goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 on Nolan Souza. Pitch on the way. Swing and a foul. I'll go down the left field line into the seats. Hogs had some trouble over the first 4 innings against Mason Brassfield, especially with clutch hitting. But they've really started chipping away. Souza fouled it again, back into the net. 3 fouls out of the last 4 pitches. They have put some pressure on the TCU pitching staff in the last few innings. They haven't necessarily cashed in very much, but there have been a lot of runners on base. Souza about to see an 8th pitch of the sequence with Ruiz at first. Here it comes. Ground ball, foul between Hudson Polk and the first base line. He's going to see at least 9 pitches here. Just waiting for Zach James to make a mistake. Stretch. There goes Ruiz, and Souza takes ball outside. The throw to second is not in time. A stolen base for Ruiz, and a full count on Souza. This Hogs team likes to run, and they have some guys who can fly, that's for sure. First base open for Souza. Helfrich waiting next. Ruiz gets a look. Souza, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So a high fastball might have been up. Close enough, you got to at least take a hack. Some of those high fastballs have been called strikes. Second strikeout for James, 8th strikeout of an Arkansas batter. Helfrich's bunted for a single, walked, and grounded to the pitcher, leaving bases loaded last time up. 5-3 Horned Frog, 6th inning. Helfrich swings, pops it foul. Will make the first base seats up near the second level. They'll try to take one away up the middle. Kramer's position behind Ruiz as he leads off second base. The first baseman, Liddington, playing about halfway towards second. Outfield up a step all the way around. Be an 0-1 pitch. Foul by Helfrich over the net. Strike 2. Camden Kojal's on deck. Hogs here in the 6th inning. Down 5-3. Base hits even, 4 apiece. James ahead 0-2. Helfrich. Strike 3 called. On the outside corner, big second out for Zach James. 3-pitch strikeout as well for Helfrich brings Kojal. Well, you got a leadoff single, and all they've been able to do is get Ruiz to second, and he stole his way there. Both Souza and Helfrich striking out, giving Kojal a chance. Cam's 0 for 1, 2 walks. Righty-lefty pitch. Change up low. James slowed his body on that changeup. Kojal hit a home run last night for his only hit. And the 1-0 pitch. Outside, back-to-back off speed. It's 2-0. Pitch is a ball outside. 3-0. Well, James might be pitching around Cam Kojal. You know, Kojal has seen only 1 strike out of the last 11 pitches he's seen. 1 strike. And the 3-0 pitch is high, ball 4. The tying run's on base. Mike Anu will bat as the go-ahead run in the 6th inning. 5-3 TCU. That's 6 walks from the TCU pitching staff tonight. 3 of them to Cam Kojal. Mike Anu getting his chance. He has a run-scoring fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. That was with bases loaded. Anu took a walk facing James last inning. Later scored the 3rd Arkansas run. And I'm not sure if he'll be facing Zach James. TCU coach has come out of the dugout. That's Sarloos, the head coach. There is a left-handed pitcher warmed up in the TCU bullpen, Noah Franco, who also is their designated hitter today. Sarloos hasn't motioned to the bullpen yet. He's got to be wondering here. They've allowed James to face all 9 Arkansas batters once. They might not let anybody see him a second time. The plate umpire Greg Harmon goes out there and forces Sarloos' hand. And they are sticking with Zach James. Kirk Sarloos sticking with Zach James to face Micah New a second time. It's a roll of the dice. New's got the kind of power for a go-ahead home run. But James already has struck out 2 pretty good hitters this inning. Ruiz hit a single, Kojal walked, Souza and Helfrich both struck out. Now it's New's chance. He's 0 for 2 today. And the first pitch, swung on, hit foul into the third base seats. "52 runs batted in last season at Marshall. New ended last night's game with a home run. He's driven in 4 runs his first 2 games at Arkansas. He'd love at least 2 more right here. 1 strike count stretched by James. New takes a fastball for strike 2. 93 miles an hour on the outer third of the plate. When James has gone 0-2, he has finished batters off. New crouches down. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Dropped, fastball outside, didn't get away. Dallimore recovers it. Horned Frogs leading 5-3, top of the 6th. Hogs have already left 8 runners on base today. 1 for 11 with a runner in scoring position. This will be a 12th chance. 1-2 on New. The pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. 93 at the top of the strike zone. TCU pitcher's been getting that call all night long. It is a 50-50, and they get it again. The 9th Razorback runner stranded ends the 6th inning. Brought to you by the legendary Catfish Hole Restaurants. 2 locations, Alma and Fayetteville, serving the highest quality farm-raised catfish, hand-breaded chicken tenders, the very best hush puppies anywhere. Don't forget to find their amazing green tomato relish at select Walmarts all throughout the state. Hogs back into the field with TCU leading 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th after this from Blue Cross.
How can the right care make our state stronger? By keeping our workforce healthy as it moves our communities forward, and empowering employees with the best healthcare plans and the best solutions to keep their companies growing. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of business in our state for more than 75 years with health insurance and peace of mind that's been trusted for generations, providing the health coverage you need to succeed. Take good care, Arkansas.
The Mercedes-AMG GT43 is the top-of-the-line luxury performance sedan, and this month you can win one from Saracen Casino and Mercedes-Benz of Little Rock. With sporty styling, classic Mercedes lines, and advanced performance, this is the car to win from Saracen Casino Resort. Play in February at Saracen Casino and qualify for the Mercedes GT drawing.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Arkansas. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Arkansas and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Arkansas.
Tate McGuire back on the hill here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Hogs could not capitalize again, leaving two more runners on base. 10 runners stranded now for the ball game, and TCU still up 5-3. Lucas Franco takes McGuire's first pitch for a ball down and away. It's a righty-lefty matchup to start the 6th inning. And McGuire is faced and retired 6 since replacing Kershaw in the fourth. Here's a bunt left side of the mound, coming off the mound, and McGuire barehands it and throws and gets him at first base. And an outstanding play by Tate McGuire for the first out. Franco now 0 for 2. Today's game sponsored by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, this truck has a strong tradition earned with outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how to create a fan favorite and the official truck of the Razorbacks. McGuire winds. Caius Gargett takes outside. Ball 1. Perhaps Gargett's diving stop of Kuhio Aloy's smash in the 5th inning is the biggest play of the game for TCU. 1-0. Swing and a miss on the McGuire changeup. The count 1-1. Gargett's also been hit by a pitch, stolen a base, scored a run, and walked. 1-1 on the lefty is low. Caught the dirt, ball 2. Yeah, 2-1 on Gargett. Hits a high fly ball to the right of straightaway center. Micah New was over in left center. He gets there. Lots of room and makes the catch. McGuire set down 8 in a row. Down to the top of the Horned Frog batting order, and Cole Kramer, the second baseman. Kramer knocked in what is now the 5th and last run for TCU. 4th inning single off Kershaw. He'd scored a run earlier in the game. First pitch from McGuire is outside. Outfield goes deep for Coleman, or for Kramer. The kick by Tate. Pitch is hit high in the air to right field. Aloy goes back. Changes his direction a little bit and sets up in front of the warning track for the catch. A perfect 6th inning thrown by Tate McGuire. He's faced and retired 9 in a row. Great stuff. Takes us to the top of the 7th inning now, and TCU still leads 5-3 on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Arkansans have trusted the expert surgical teams at Baptist Health for more than a century. And through the years, we've excelled at surgery that puts the patient first. Heart surgery, orthopedic surgery, neurosurgery, breast cancer surgery, and any surgical challenge you face. At Baptist Health, we put all our effort into perfecting one very particular type of surgery. Yours. Baptist Health. For you, for life.
Go-Go Squeeze is super excited to be on the field with University of Arkansas athletes. With a variety of deliciously fruity flavors, there's something for the whole Razorback family to enjoy. Go-Go Squeeze offers delicious fruit blend pouches that are gluten-free and nut-free. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish some of the essential minerals lost during exercise. Check out our whole line of pantry-friendly fruit and dairy products at most major retailers and online. So grab a Go-Go Squeeze and let's cheer on our Razorbacks together. Go Hogs!
Into the top of the 7th inning, time for a First Security Bank game update brought to you by First Security, Arkansas's community bank. First Security, all about taking care of customers and making life better here in Arkansas. You can go to fsbank.com to check them out. First Security, bank better. TCU was led from the very start, and they have been led by Chase Brunson's 3 runs batted in, a pair of doubles, both off of Hunter Dietz. Dietz lasting only 2 innings, giving up 4 runs on 3 hits and 3 walks in his starting debut. And Mason Brassfield struck out 6 batters in 4 innings. The Hogs haven't been able to figure out Zach James. He's thrown 2 scoreless innings, 2 innings allowing 1 run. The big number is 10 runners left on base by the Razorbacks. They've had 12 at-bats with a runner in scoring position and just 1 hit. Kuhio Aloy leads off the 7th inning, and Zach James starts him with a pitch that bounces for ball 1. Totaling up the first 6 innings, Arkansas, 3 runs, 5 hits, 10 stranded. TCU, 4 runs, 5 runs, 4 hits, and 5 left for the Horned Frogs. Aloy swings and belts it in the air, way back into left field. The fans stand up, and it's out of here. A leadoff home run for Aloy in the 7th inning, his first of the season, and the Hogs are down 1. The 5th home run hit by Arkansas the weekend. For Kuhio Aloy, his 22nd career home run. It's the 14th he's hit at Arkansas. Horned Frogs lead is 5-4, and that will be it for Zach James. You know, the unfortunate thing is it's a solo home run, and still the Hogs' clutch hitting is the one thing that they have lacked tonight. Pitching change being brought to you by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn. When it's time for a road trip, hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn Hot Springs. Plan a trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. We'll be back in 1 minute. Still the 7th inning, TCU 5, Arkansas 4. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
At Sonic, the All-American Smasher is at the top of the burger food chain. Get it hand-smashed and made to order with a side and medium drink for just $6. That's not just a big deal. That's a giant, massive, gargantuan, humongosaurus rex of a honkin' big deal for just $6. A deal this big shouldn't cost this little. Get the Sonic $6 All-American Smasher meal today.
Tax not included. Exclusions apply. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
If you want to live free, yeah.
With Toyota's versatile SUVs, you'll be ready for any adventure, no matter who you're adventuring with. Bringing your furry co-pilot along, the RAV4's Power Pack Performance is bound to spark some zoomies. Right, buddy? Going out on the town with your partner in crime? Scoop them up in the Corolla Cross. Its sleek design will make up for the fact that you're always fashionably late. No matter who you're rolling with, there's a Toyota SUV fit just for you. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. The RAV4 is ready for Razorback country and beyond. Find yours today. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
The new pitcher for TCU is their current designated hitter, Noah Franco, who hasn't hit at all. He's 0 for 3 strikeouts, but he'll do some pitching now. And Franco inherits nobody on base after a leadoff home run by Kuhio Aloy has cut the Horned Frog lead down to 1 run. This is the closest the game has been since the game started at 0-0. Franco is a big left-handed pitcher. 6'3", 225 pounds. He's from Downey, California. It'll be the first game he pitches this year. He worked in 8 games last season for TCU, 5 of them in relief. At a .730 earned run average. Finished 12 1/3 innings. Walked 9 batters. 12 hits, 18 strikeouts. And the batter is Reese Robinette. The first pitch to Big Country low, ball 1. TCU 5, Arkansas 4. Robinette knocked in a run with a 5th inning double. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball and a strike. So that would mean Robinette has the only quote-unquote clutch Arkansas base hit of the night. St. Louis' leadoff home run was pretty clutch, bringing within 1 run. Here's the pitch. It's in for a strike at 98 from Noah Franco. 1-2 on Robinette. TJ Pompey on deck. Brumbaugh after him. Robinette hitting 6th in the batting order. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Franco, and reached for and missed. Strike 3. Robinette couldn't lay off a slider, and he's out on strikes for the second time. TJ Pompey is 0 for 3. First pitch is popped up a mile high past second base. Kramer, the second baseman in the outfield, is there for the catch. And so for an 0 for 4 day for TJ Pompey. Carson Brumbaugh coming up. That's 2 quick outs after the Eloy home run. 2 big batters for Franco. Brumbaugh's 1 for 3 with a 4th inning bloop single. Left a runner in the 5th inning with a strikeout. Horned Frogs leading by 1 run here in the 7th inning. Damian Ruiz is on deck. Brumbaugh stands in right-handed. The stretch and the pitch from Franco. Down and in. The Arkansas bullpen silent for the moment. Same with TCU. Tate McGuire's been outstanding, retiring all 9 batters in relief. No reason to change. 1-0 the count on Carson Brumbaugh. Here's the pitch. A swing, a dribbler, foul. Goes off the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike on Carson Brumbaugh. When you look at a couple of the relievers that TCU bring it out today, Zach James didn't pitch all that much last year, neither did Franco. Brumbaugh back in. Bat just over the right shoulder, wiggling it around. 1-1. Soft fastball low, ball 2. Third baseman Gargett up a step, every other infielder back. The pitch is off speed for a strike on Brumbaugh. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Arkansas shortstop. This is the same 5-4 score that TCU beat Vanderbilt with last night. 2-2 on Brumbaugh. Pitch. Swing, high, chop over the mound. Shortstop Franco charging, gloving up on the grass. He gets Brumbaugh at first base with a very nice play. That's Lucas Franco, a freshman shortstop, retiring the Razorback freshman shortstop. Hogs are finished in the 7th inning. Leadoff home run by Kohio Eloy is all they get. Our 7th inning stretch is presented by Kubota. Get home run deals that stretch your savings right now during Kubota's Orange Days. You can find your local Kubota dealer at ArkansasKubotaDealers.com. TCU still leading 5-4, bottom of the 7th after the break on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Tate McGuire back on the hill here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Hogs have just been able to get within 1 run on a Kohio Eloy leadoff home run. McGuire, 9 batters faced in 3 perfect innings since he relieved Jackson Kersher. And he'll face Sawyer Stroh-Snyder, Chase Brunson, and Noah Franco. Those are the first 3 batters that McGuire faced back in the 4th inning. He'll see them in the 7th. He got them all the last time. Stroh-Snyder leads off, left-handed hitter, and taps the first pitch foul for strike 1. 4 runs, 5 hits for Arkansas, 5 runs, 4 hits for TCU. And we've got a little issue between the scoreboard and the stat broadcast stats. No one's changing one or the other. Stroh-Snyder reaches out for the McGuire changeup and misses. No balls, 2 strikes. They've got an error on the video board for TCU. They do not on the stat broadcast. They have 6 hits on the stat broadcast for Arkansas, 5 on the video board. I'll trust the stat broadcast. The pitch is chopped over the mound, brings the shortstop Brumbaugh behind second, takes his time, sets his feet and throws Stroh-Snyder out. 6-3 put out, 10 in a row for McGuire. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Like, nobody has told the video board operator that the scoreboard in the stadium does not match the real statistics. It's the stat broadcast that counts. Brunson takes McGuire's change for a strike. Chase Brunson doubled home runs in the first and second innings. He's knocked in 3 of TCU's 5 runs. McGuire got him the pop-up in the 4th. Pitch popped up again. Maybe in play near the first base dugout. Helfrich gives a look. Doesn't have room. It's one of those plays where if there wasn't a net between the stands and the field, Helfrich might have had a chance to reach in. No balls, 2 strikes on Chase Brunson. McGuire winds up. Deals a little flare in the air. Robinette in foul territory makes the catch behind first base, and there's 2 down. And Tate McGuire continues to motor right through this TCU lineup. Horned Frogs lead it, though, 5-4 as we play in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hogs will have 6 outs to work with. Now Noah Franco stays in the game to bat as a DH and pitcher. 3 strikeouts for Franco at the plate today, and he's 0 for 7 on the season with 6 strikeouts. First pitch is outside. Franco, one of 2 two-way players for the Horned Frogs, along with Trevor Baumler, an outfielder pitcher. Pitch from McGuire missed. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0. There's a strike from McGuire at 83 on the low inside corner. 2-1. Kind of an oddity. TCU got out hit yesterday and won 5-4. They're getting out hit today and lead 5-4. McGuire's 2-1 is outside on Franco. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 3-1. Lined by Franco into left center. Ruiz is there. Damian makes the catch, and another perfect inning thrown by Tate McGuire. 12 consecutive outs. Recognized by the Razorback Nation as Arkansas's best funeral home, Roller Funeral Homes provides a range of respectful options from life insurance policies to pre-planning services. So reach out to your local Roller Funeral Home to protect your family's future. And we go into the top of the 8th inning. TCU leads at 5-4. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Experience a new level of luxury at Oakland Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the excitement never stops. Elevate your gaming experience at our world-class smoke-free casino and enjoy an unparalleled stay at our Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Find bliss at Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star Astral Spa, embark on culinary adventures, and catch headliner acts at our event center. Book your experience at Oakland.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
We'll be back with more of the Armor Bank
Wood Power Sports is passionate about serving your off-road and on-road needs. Between our 4 locations, we carry brands like Polaris, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, CF Moto, and Suzuki. We are your one-stop shop for everything power sports. Our service and parts teams are experienced and will work hard to keep you and your vehicle on the road or trail. Come see us at Wood Power Sports of Fayetteville, Wood Power Sports of Springdale, Heartland Honda, or Wood Power Sports of Harrison. We look forward to earning your business. Go Hogs!
Hogs coming here, the bat in the top of the 8th inning, trailing TCU 5-4. Phil Elson with you at Globe Life Field. Hogs picking up a 12-2 win last night. A lot tougher here against what's expected to be the Big 12's best team. They got within a run with a solo homer leading off last inning from Kuhio Aloy. Damian Ruiz leads off here and misses on a bunt attempt from Noah Franco. Hogs have had the leadoff batter reach base in 3 consecutive innings. They've scored him twice. There's one of them, the home run by Aloy. Ruiz has been aboard all 3 plate appearances, 2 singles and a hit by pitch. 0-1. Tap foul, strike 2. Franco replaced Zach James last inning. James allowed the Aloy home run. Franco then gets Robinette on strikes. Pompey on a pop out. Brumbaugh on a ground ball to short. And now he's ahead of Ruiz 0-2. Stretch by the lefty, Ruiz. Swings and stays alive with a foul ball. Arkansas batters tonight have struck out 11 times. Franco is ahead 0-2. Ruiz is a tough strikeout. Pitch thrown to the backstop at 97. Pitch on the way. Check swing. Didn't go on a ball outside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Franco kicks. Ruiz takes a low slider, works a full count out of 0-2. Just judged by the first couple of the ball games, Damian Ruiz looks like a keeper for this Arkansas team. He's got an idea of what he's doing at the plate. Find a way to reach base, representing the tying run here in the 8th inning. 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. And he bat flips a walk. Well, not a real bat flip, just a stylish drop of the bat. Let's put it that way. Well, now you know you got the tying run on base, so it's a reason to be excited. Action in the bullpen. Arkansas has... Well, it looked like they had somebody warming up. It's the bullpen catcher that's tossing the rosin bag around. TCU's got a pitcher milling around the bullpen momentarily. Here's Souza. 5th time up for Arkansas's DH. Nolan takes a low strike 1 from Franco. 0 for 4 today. Nolan Souza, 3 strikeouts. Only contact was a 4th inning chopper to shortstop. Down a run in the 8th inning. And the tying run at first, no outs. Toss at first, Ruiz back in, standing. Here's the 0-1. Souza takes strike 2. Low outside corner at 96. Franco really buzzing it. Wonder how long Franco can stay out there, though. Big guy throwing max effort. Well, he was ahead on Ruiz 0-2 and lost him into a walk. Times called by TCU catcher Brady Dallimore. A little issue with his pitch comm. Takes off the helmet. Looks inside. And he sticks that helmet back on his head. Everything appears to be in working order. Top of the 8th inning. Souza's the go-ahead run. Ruiz held at first by Liddington. 5-4 Horned Frogs. The set by Franco. 0-2 the count. Throw to first base. And again, Ruiz back standing. Right-handed pitcher James DeCramer getting warm for Arkansas. TCU's getting a righty starting to throw 2. The wheels spinning in both bullpens here in a 1-run game in the 8th. 0-2 pitch on Souza. Swing, pop-up. Shortstop Franco. Third baseman Gargett on the left side. It's Gargett, the third baseman, taking charge. Souza 0 for 5. And now it's Helfrich. Where Nolan Souza's had a man on base for each of his last 4 at-bats. Hadn't been able to do much with it. Helfrich bunted his way aboard in the first inning. Walked in the 3rd. Ground out in the 4th. Strikeout in the 6th. First pitch. Ball outside. Almost daring Helfrich to try to hit a ball through a wide open right side of the infield. Liddington holding Ruiz at first base with a 3-man shift on the left. The center fielder Brunson plays deep. It'll be a 1-0 on Helfrich. It's a ground ball hit foul past third base. They have Gargett guarding the line, so it'd be tough to get one past him down the line. Franco giving Ruiz a long look. 1-1 pitch. Tailed outside. Ball 2. Helfrich ahead of the count 2-1. Bobby Warren is pointing towards the first base bag, making sure Ruiz knows there's one out. To get a good look at him on a base hit representing the tying run. 2-1 the count. Helfrich, a swing and a line drive into left field. Arthur going back. It's right to him. Makes the catch. Back to first is Ruiz. Boy, it looked really good off Helfrich's bat, but it just didn't have enough on it. A little bit of topspin, too. As soon as it goes up, it goes down. 2 outs in the 8th. The batter is Cam Kojal. Kojal's walked his last 3 plate appearances after a first inning strikeout. And Noah Franco trying to make it through 2 innings to keep a 1-run lead. 5-4 Horned Frogs. Ruiz at first base. Here's the pitch. It's a strike with a slider right down the middle for Camden Kojal. Ten Razorback runners left on base. Kojal's been left aboard twice. He's scored a run. 0-1 count. Ruiz draws a throw. They play the shortstop Franco way back up the middle. The second baseman Kramer ranging off the base. Ruiz out to a 3.5, 4-step lead. 0-1 count and another throw towards Ruiz, safe. Damian stole a base back in the 6th inning tonight. 25 for 30 stealing bases in his career. 0-1 the count, not running. And Kojal takes strike 2, a fastball at 97. He's been handcuffed twice. Looks like the Hogs will be using James DeCramer for the bottom of the 8th inning. 4 perfect relief innings from Tate McGuire. The pitch to Kojul is fouled away. Kojul deep in an 0-2 hole with Franco dealing. Missing with a slider. There goes Ruiz. The ball's picked up by Dallimore. Throws to second. Safe! Damian Ruiz head first on a bang-bang play at second base. The tying run is a base hit away. Horned Frogs have asked for the umpires to talk about it. So now that they've come together, you know what's next. They're going to review it. The pitch was dropped at the plate. Ruiz got into second base, and that's easy. He's safe. There's no reason to even review this because the shortstop, Franco, dropped the throw. When he put the tag out, the ball wasn't in his glove. They're going to go review it anyway. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Razorbacks Sports Network from Learfield. Question at the very moment is whether or not Damian Ruiz is safe or out on an attempted steal of second base. Now, he was running on the pitch that Brady Dallimore dropped when he recovered it. He needed to make a perfect throw. The throw was good, but the shortstop Franco did not catch it cleanly. When he swiped the tag across, you could see the ball falling out of his glove. It might have even been on the dirt. The original call was safe for Ruiz, and the first base dugout got them to at least talk about it. Anytime the umpires come together, you know they're going to go review it. And this is a bit of a quicker review. Our plate umpire, Greg Harmon, will let us know whether the inning continues or whether it halts, and the call is still safe at second base. Damian Ruiz is 2 for 2 stealing bases. The tying run at second base, 2 outs. Camden Kojul behind in the count against Noah Franco, 1-2. Stretch by Franco. Kojul awaits. Here's the 1-2, a swing and a miss, and the inning comes to an end. A low slider from Noah Franco as he has retired 3 in a row after a leadoff walk. The Hawks lead the tying run at second base. That's their 11th runner stranded today. Still 5-4 TCU. Bottom of the 8th inning in a moment. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Wood Power Sports is passionate about serving your off-road and on-road needs. Between our 4 locations, we carry brands like Polaris, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, CF Moto, and Suzuki. We are your one-stop shop for everything power sports. Our service and parts teams are experienced and will work hard to keep you and your vehicle on the road or trail. Come see us at Wood Power Sports of Fayetteville, Wood Power Sports of Springdale, Heartland Honda, or Wood Power Sports of Harrison. We look forward to earning your business. Go Hogs!
When it comes to keeping your family safe, Summit Utilities is here to help keep your senses sharp both inside and outside your home. If you smell a bad odor like rotten eggs, leave on foot immediately. It might be a gas leak. Then call both 911 and Summit Utilities from a safe location. Outside your home, it's important to know what's below before you dig. Always call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free and can save you a lot more than money. Your safety is our priority. For more on gas safety, visit summitutilities.com/safety.
Today's Razorback broadcast is brought to you in part by Ballpark Brand, the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. Whether you're at the stadium or if you're watching from home, you can't beat the taste of Ballpark beef hot dogs made with 100% beef. Ballpark hot dogs. Grab one and enjoy the game. Bottom of the 8th inning for the TCU Horned Frogs. They'll get what they hope is their last time at the plate. The Hogs are sticking with Tate McGuire, who's been perfect over 4 relief innings, 12 outs in a row. And he starts Rob Liddington Jr. with a strike on a slider. TCU hasn't collected a base hit since Cole Kramer's 4th inning single knocked in Lucas Franco for what then gave TCU a 5-1 lead. Here's a swing and a dribbler foul as Liddington was in front of a slider from McGuire. So the Hogs have scored the last 3 runs of this game, but still not enough. They've left 11 runners on base tonight. McGuire throws 0-2, and it's chopped foul. Liddington fighting to stay alive and lead off the 8th. Here are the 2 numbers that matter most today with runners on base. Razorback hitters are 1 for 19. Runners in scoring position, 1 for 13. Here's the pitch, and McGuire is a little bit low with a changeup. Ball 1. One-two pitch on Liddington, fouled off. Liddington drove in the second TCU run against Hunter Dietz in the first inning. Dietz had a rough season debut, giving up 4 runs in 2 innings. 7 base runners against him. 1-2 pitch. Low. 2-2 on Rob Liddington Jr. Jackson Kersher threw a perfect 3rd inning. Kersher, though, allowed the first 3 batters of the 4th inning to reach base. And 1 run, and that's when McGuire came in and relieved. Stranded 2 in relief of Kersher, and perfect since. This one's inside and close on Liddington to run a 3-2 count. DeCramer's ready to go. McGuire puts Liddington on base. They may see a pitching change. Another pitcher's joined him in the left field bullpen. With a full count, Tate McGuire winds up. It's popped up by Liddington. Brings Kojal towards the right field line. Aloy getting over there as well. Nice play by Kahio Aloy, calling him off. That's not Kahio Aloy, pardon me. That is Christian Turner. Now in right field. And it didn't look like Aloy the way he was moving. So you'll put Turner in the 5 spot of the batting order. That means he'd be batting second in the 9th inning. Here's Jack Arthur. The pitch low outside, ball 1. That's an interesting move to put Turner in for Aloy, considering Kahio hit a home run his last time up. Arthur swings, grounds at shortstop. Brumbaugh to his left 2 steps, makes the play deep, and the throw's on the money. It had to be a good throw, and it was right there. Brumbaugh played it back near the cut of the outfield grass. It's 14 straight outs from Tate McGuire. First pitch is a strike 1 called on Brady Dallimore, the catcher 0 for 3. When we come to the 9th inning, the Hogs have New, Turner, and Robinette due. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a miss for Dallimore. No balls, 2 strikes. McGuire deals. Strike 3 swinging. 15 batters in a row retired by Tate McGuire. That's the reason the Hogs have a chance as they come to bat in the top of the 9th inning. Trailing by a 5-4 score. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
less than 2 seconds left on the clock and no timeouts, Peter. I don't know what they're going to do. Down 3 and way out of field goal range. Truly an unlucky state to be in.
This state has plenty of luck. Last year, 8 Arkansans each won $1 million off a lottery ticket.
State as in a state of being, not...
Whoa! Touchdown Razorbacks!
Did you see this is winning, folks. Every lottery ticket you buy in Arkansas helps fund college scholarships. You could be the next big winner. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
The Mercedes-AMG GT43 is the top-of-the-line luxury performance sedan, and this month you can win one from Saracen Casino and Mercedes-Benz of Little Rock. With sporty styling, classic Mercedes lines, and advanced performance, this is the car to win from Saracen Casino Resort. Play in February at Saracen Casino and qualify for the Mercedes GT drawing.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Now the last chance for the Razorbacks here in the ninth inning. It's going to be Micah New, Christian Turner, and Reese Robinette facing Noah Franco with a 5-4 TCU lead. The 12th game of the SEC football tradition, known as the Battle Line rivalry between your Razorbacks and the Mizzou Tigers, was completed right after Thanksgiving. The tradition, as always, presented by Shelter Insurance, will grow in the coming months and years as we continue to heat the border up with this new rivalry. Hogs need one to tie. And their last run came on a homer hit by Kuhio Aloy leading off the 7th inning. Aloy was then removed for a pinch hit for Christian Turner. See Aloy at the play at the that's Alexander Peck on deck. So Micah New leads off, and he'll take the first pitch for strike one from Noah Franco. Franco with 7 batters faced, 6 retired, and 1 walk. Alexander Peck on deck. A 1 pitch. New takes it downstairs, bounced away. That'll be Peck's first career at bat at Arkansas. He's a freshman out of Franklin, Tennessee. And he's going to come up here in the 9th inning representing the tying run as a pinch hitter. Then it would be Robinette. 1-1 on Micah New. There's a swing and a miss. Having trouble on the Franco slider. New striking out 2 times today. Does have an RBI fielder's choice, a walk and a run scored. Hogs held to 4 runs on 6 base hits. 5 runs, 4 hits for TCU. Stretch by Franco. New takes low, sees the slider this time. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. TCU right-hander Walter Quinn warming up in their pen. New waving the bat around. 2-2. Outside sees a changeup, ball 3. Count full with New speed. You'd love to see him get on base, even with a walk. New back in. Franco, very wild last year. The pitch struck him out swinging. On a low slider with a ton of spin. 3rd strikeout for Franco. 3rd strikeout for New. The 13th strikeout for the TCU pitching staff. Alexander Peck's first at-bat as a Razorback right here in the 9th inning. In a 1-run game. Pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1 on Alexander Peck. P-E-C-K. 6'4", 205 pounds. Stands deep in the box. Bat held back, pointed back this way. 0-1. Ball outside. 1-1 on Alexander Peck. Robinette does have a bat on deck. TCU up a run in the top of the 9th inning, and the Hogs have 2 outs to work with. 1-1. Peck a swing, a line drive, center field, hanging up for Brunson from center field. He's there for the catch, and there's 2 outs. Ball just stayed up in the air too long. Peck hit it well, just not well enough. Robinette, the last hope for the Hogs. Otherwise, TCU is going to start 2-0 here in the Shriners College Showdown. Robinette has been aboard twice out of 4 chances. A walk and a double with 2 strikeouts. Pitch, swing and a miss. Tied him up inside, 0-1. Hog fans outnumbering the TCU fans. Looks like it's about a 8-2 margin or something, but you can tell all the TCU fans, they're the ones standing. Noah Franco retiring 8 of the 9 batters he's faced, and he's going to get a moment for his catcher to come out and talk. Ballimore back behind the plate. Robinette digs himself in. Reese is 2 for 7 so far this weekend. Third base line open. Here's the pitch. Sees a change down and in. 1-1. You wonder about a Robinette with 5 career home runs. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slider down and away. One of the Hogs have had a lot of trouble with breaking pitches tonight. Out of their last strike, Robinette will have to protect with a 1-2 count. Franco throws. Swing and a miss. Pitches drop it. Ballimore keeps it in front of the plate. Throws to first and completes the strikeout. And TCU wins it by a 5-4 final score. Noah Franco retires 9 of the last 10 batters to save this one for TCU. The Hogs come up 1 run short, and they've started the year with 1 win and 1 loss. Armor Bank 10th inning show coming up after the break. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Summit Utilities is proud to be a part of your community, and helping you save energy is important to us. That's why we offer a variety of rebates and energy-saving programs so you can do more and spend less. From your business to home, we've got you covered. Water heaters, furnaces, food service equipment, commercial and industrial systems. Yes! Save on all of it. Visit summitutilities.com to learn about our energy-saving programs.
Quit tobacco today with Be Well Arkansas. Be Well Arkansas can help you be healthier, happier, and more active by quitting tobacco. And you can do it all with local resources at no cost to you. Call 833-283-WELL or visit BeWellArkansas.org today for free help, because it's never too late to be well. Brought to you by the Arkansas Department of Health, Your Tobacco Settlement Dollars at Work, and Be Well Arkansas.
The 12th game of the SEC football tradition known as the Battle Line rivalry between your Arkansas Razorbacks and the Mizzou Tigers is complete. Look for the tradition, presented by Shelter Insurance, to grow in the coming years as we continue to heat up the border and support our student athletes with this rivalry, the Battle Line rivalry, presented by Shelter Insurance. Find a shelter agent near you at shelterinsurance.com.
Now over to Christine, reporting live with the weather.
Well, Ted, yesterday's sunshine is now a torrential downpour. And with so many farmers harvesting, this really is a disaster. Except for Bob here.
Hello.
Bob, you use Sharpen herbicide from BASF as a harvest aid.
Yep.
With premium desiccation, suppressed regrowth, and control over late-season weeds, it's harvest time when you say it is.
Sharpen herbicide works. Always read and follow label directions.
This is the Razorback Sports Network.
Daspit Law Firm is the proud official injury lawyers of Razorback Athletics. In sports, there's talented players and players that work hard to be the best. When you combine talent and hard work, you've got a champion. That's Daspit Law Firm and their team of attorneys here in Arkansas. They won't be outworked, and that's to the benefit of their clients that have suffered injuries in an accident. If you've been in an accident and want some free advice, call Daspit Law Firm at 501-500-HURT. That's 501-500-HURT, or visit DaspitLaw.com.
At Greenway, we're not just selling John Deere tractors, we're cultivating partnerships.